Suddenly the sky erupts, flames alert the trees, spread to fallen leaves. Now they're right upon me. Wait, if I'm on fire, how am I so deep in love? When I dream of dying, I never feel so loved. I've been having dreams, splashing in the summer street, tripping, I fall in. I wanted it to happen. My body turns to ice, crushing weight of paradise. Solid block of gold, lying in the cold. I feel right. Wait, if I'm on fire, how am I so deep in love? When I dream of dying, I never feel so loved. Wait, if I'm on fire, how am I so deep in love? When I dream of dying, I never feel so loved. I never feel so loved. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la. Wait, if I'm on fire, how am I so deep in love? When I dream of dying, I never feel so. Wait, if I'm on fire, how am I so deep in love? When I dream of dying, I never feel so loved.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Oh, yeah, another glorious day here in South Florida. Welcome to the KVJ show. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah. We got a different little thing happening today for World Record Wednesday. To give you a heads up, it is the Challenge Edition, a wrinkle that we're throwing into World Record Wednesday after we wrapped up Redemption Month to start off the new year. This is going to be Bird challenging a member of the show.
Yep, and I got my goods right here. You can see my props. Boom, I got a stack of underwear.
It is the world record for the most pair of underwear put on in 30 seconds. Record stands at 19, and I believe the challenge is out to Virginia today.
Oh, you know that the challenge is out to the witch. She
Bring
doesn't
it.
want this.
I'm not afraid of you and your pawpaw drawers. Bring it.
Well, I've got a secret weapon. I brought my brother Big Tuna's underwear as well. I've got some big dogs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bigger the drawers, the harder to put on. I have tiny panties, and I'm going to smoke that ass.
So that should get people tuning in just
I
for
would
that.
think so. I would think so. Guys.
I'm also wearing Spanx.
That's all right.
All right.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm not putting this thing out there. You ain't going to see the pink parts unless it's behind a paywall. And I am spitting truths
Well, it's
right
good that
now.
you have standards.
And I think we back you on that.
Yeah.
Paywall, baby.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Not yet.
It ain't free.
This is YouTube, baby.
I can already feel
You don't
the
get pink parts on the YouTube, man.
No.
Yeah, that just ain't going to happen.
Not in this day.
All right, so you want to stick around, be here about 7:35. World Record Wednesday coming up.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you got on your mind today, Bird?
You ever have something where you talk about a topic or a subject, and after you've talked about it a couple times, you start to see it kind of happen a little bit more?
Yes. Like when you're pregnant, you notice all the pregnant people. Or when you buy a Jeep, you notice all the Jeeps on the road.
We have been talking about how I've gone to Publix before and I've ordered the falafel wrap and they don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And they go, it's on the main sub sign. So when you do order it, you go, okay, this should be easy. They're headlining this baby.
Right.
Well, I was in line yesterday and someone in front of me ordered the falafel wrap, and again, the same thing happened.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Confusion. They didn't know what they were talking about. They had to go get the falafel stuff. They couldn't find it.
We got an email from somebody that had worked at Publix in a deli for a very long time there, and this is what it is. It's on Publix management. It's something that they put on the menu to almost floss, to say, we've got this, so people have the perception of more variety and healthy options at a Publix. But the reality is, it is ordered maybe 6% of the time, and they don't have the supplies behind the deli counter. So they are so backed up with so many people there, they have to run to get the supplies to make it, and it creates mass chaos. And they don't make it often, so they typically have to take the book out to then figure out how to make it. Meanwhile, people that are waiting for their pub subs are freaking out and getting all upset.
What's amazing is how they haven't even heard of it, and it's on the sign. Like, wait, so what is it?
That's how infrequently it's offered.
What?
And that's what we talked about, because there are these restaurants that sometimes they'll have the secret power menu or the hack that you can go and you can order. And it is kind of chaos for anybody that works at any of these places, because if 1 out of every 1,000 orders, this comes up, you're like, okay, wait, what am I doing? I mean, I know for anything that we do here on the show, when we do bits regularly, it's pretty easy for me. It's like making a Big Mac. But then you throw a little wrinkle, you're like, okay, wait, what am I doing now?
You throw in a name that nut, and you're like, oh my
You're
gosh.
like, what? Now, what do? You put nuts in a what? What happens here? Yeah, that's kind of like the name that nut is my version of the falafel sub. At
Well, that's
Publix.
easy, Kevin. It's just nuts in a leaf blower.
Oh, okay. All
It's
right.
just fun.
Okay.
It is fun for the first 2 minutes.
Fun for
Or
Virginia.
Until you crack a tooth.
I personally, I thought 11 minutes was a little too long.
It's a 12-minute segment that's good for 30 seconds.
All right, now I'm making it 15.
I just thought it was weird. We talked about it for the last 2 weeks, and then I saw it happen in real time.
Yeah, I believe there is actually a psychological condition for that, where it's kind of a top-of-mind awareness. And so if something is that place in your mind, you then notice every single example of it happening. And it seems perceptively like it happens more frequently than it does. It's not that it is, it's just that your awareness of it makes it seem so.
There's no mystical or whimsy to it. It's just a coincidence that it's on your brain, and that's what you're seeing.
That's not, but when you go to your social media and you see it everywhere, there is actually a real, you're not imagining that. They are listening to what you're saying, and then they're feeding you ads.
Definitely.
So that is a real thing. But yeah, just when things in life happen, that is supposed to be some kind of psychological condition of awareness.
Magnolia is underage, and I started talking to her about how we were going to take the Margaritaville drinking party boat to go to the Bahamas a few weeks ago. And so we were talking around her phone, and then all of a sudden, Instagram began feeding her tons of ads about the Margaritaville party boat and drinking and fun and throwing down. And she's like, Mom, I didn't even know this boat existed.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I'm 17.
Same
Right.
thing happened. We were talking about Stofers on the air, and boom.
Boom.
Stofers ads galore.
It's
Yeah.
crazy how your phones are hearing everything.
Yeah, and that you're not imagining. That is actually
real.
a legit thing. There's something for me that just seems like it's everywhere, and it is actually everywhere, but I had no idea what the heck it was. When I watch TV, and it's typically, seeing the news overnight, getting ready for the show, I get up at 3 and I'm locked right into ABC and NBC and have all those on. There is one dude in this commercial they run nonstop that it drives me crazy because I've heard it so much. I know y'all can complain about the ads that we run now, but it's this guy, and he's the most boring middle-aged dude, and he's like, we do mesothelioma, and that's all we do. He's so monotone and boring that when it comes on, it gets my attention. I'm like, oh gosh, the mesothelioma guy again.
He put you in that mesothelioma coma.
And then I saw today, like Morgan & Morgan had it ad, and they're like, we do mesothelioma. And you might see that guy talking about mesothelioma, but we do it better than anybody else. And then I'm like, what's mesothelioma? Does anybody else have any idea what it is? I had to look it up.
What is it?
Because I'm like, why do I see a gazillion ads about mesothelioma and I have no idea what mesothelioma is?
Can't even say it.
Can't even say it. Mesothelioma, I had to look it up. It's an aggressive and deadly form of cancer that is found most frequently in victims of asbestos exposure.
Oh, you might have that.
I know, yeah.
Remember when you
Thank
had to scrape those walls with the asbestos paint?
Yeah, I think it was lead paint, so I think I'm going to have lead poisoning.
Well, either way, Virginia wants you to worry about it.
Yeah.
I do want you to be aware.
It's not a good thing, and you don't have long after they diagnose it. They say the survival rate is typically 4 to 18 months after diagnosis, and the current 5-year survival rate for the disease is just 10%. And that's all I have now ingrained into my brain is I'm watching TV in the morning is mesothelioma, and now it's really going to mess with my head.
I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like a bummer.
It's not a good thing.
Mesothelioma, not a party.
Not a party. And I'm just wondering, is that when everyone with mesothelioma watches TV is overnight or early morning? You're just sitting there and you're thinking about your final days and you're going to spend it watching the ABC overnight news?
You wonder what the strategy is of running it. Maybe it's cheaper advertising.
Yeah.
Maybe people will have the mesothelioma, but they stay up at night thinking
this
about it.
This guy is every third ad. I'm not lying. He is in every single commercial break, sometimes twice. And I'm like, it's the mesothelioma guy again.
They gave him some kind of a sales deal block advertisement. He got a deal on that.
It has to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Has to be. But yeah, that's not just, I think I see it. I see it all the time. Everybody's coming after you about mesothelioma. So
Side effect, can't sleep.
yeah, I guess it probably is. Maybe that's why they advertise that. All right, what you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Oh, man, you got me in a mesothelioma wormhole.
I know. Yeah.
Pull out of it.
Welcome to it.
Yeah,
Welcome to my
right.
world.
Did you see the thing that Damar Hamlin is doing now?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I love this. He has partnered up with the American Heart Association. He's doing a CPR challenge and encouraging people, because it saved his life, that, hey, if you know CPR, you could save a life too. And it got me thinking about the other thing that saved him, the defibrillator. Now,
Right.
the AED is what it's called, and we have one here on our wall. And so I watched this video. Did you realize that you can be a complete dummy and still work the AED? When you open it up, it talks to you and tells you how to do it. So when you open the AED, it goes, okay, here's what you do. Step 1, open up the person's shirt and get their chest, and then push this button. Step 2, put these little pads on their chest, and then press this button.
Yeah.
And then step 3, clear everybody off of them, and then hit this button, and we're going to shock the piss out of them. It doesn't say that, but that's what they're
Yeah.
going to do.
I love it.
But the thing walks you through it. So if you ever have to use one of these AEDs and you're afraid of it, which I would be, just know it talks to you and it walks you through it.
I think it's an awesome thing. The only thing I would add, my only critique would be, add a little bit, all right, champ, you got this, doing good.
A pep talk?
Step 2, all right, we're getting through this together. I don't know, just kind of give them a little motivation. You don't hate it, do you?
You want more fluff.
You don't hate it, do you?
I just thought that was so fascinating, because I always see it. We have it here on the wall, but I always looked at it very intimidated, like, oh my gosh, if I had to use that thing, I don't know what I would do with that thing. But it tells you what to do. You don't have to be afraid of the AED.
Dennis was even telling me about this one contraption. It's you put it, if you're not good at the Heimlich, you put it over your face, and or if you're alone and you have to get the Heimlich.
Oh, it sucks things
out.
out.
It sucks it out. I feel like a lot of people don't know about that product.
They have that for little kids. I seen a video with a mom using that on
It
her
worked?
It sucked the chicken nugget right out of that kid's throat.
That's kind of a good thing to have, maybe.
Yeah, totally.
Huh. How about that?
You didn't know about that contraption either.
No, I'd never seen that. Never heard about that.
I had a little one for Rocco when he was a baby because he had that really bad reflux where he would choke. Like, it was bad. It was scary. But it was like a little thing that we stuck in his mouth and it would and sucked everything out.
Wow.
You can't always have a Denny's around to try to save you when you're choking. He saved me 3 times now.
Yeah, you're right. I've seen it happen many a time.
You're like a cat. You got 9 lives over there.
I don't know about that. Well, I think about number 8 right now.
They do have a lot of those choking videos, though, on social media.
They do.
Somebody's choking every day. Yeah, I saw the kid with the bottle cap in class. And at the same time, there's one that I had to be staged. There was some kid, he was like a street vendor trying to sell this guy a belt. Again, it's just, there's no audio, but it's from one of those cameras that supposedly happened at this street side restaurant. The guy's really mean to him and sends the guy off. And then a second later, the guy starts choking on something. And the kid that he just told off and was so nasty to comes over and saves his life.
Oh, that's a setup.
I'm like, that's gotta be a setup, man.
That's a script.
There's no way I'm buying that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm here for it, but.
So fake.
Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Yesterday, I got to try out the Diverging Diamond, the thing we were talking about yesterday. It is the new intersection. It is I-95 and Glades Road.
How'd you do, champ?
I will let you know what my experience was like. I'll give you my review, and other people are letting us know because this is the future in South Florida. So if you're not dealing with a Diverging Diamond yet, you will. Are you going to love it or hate it? We will let you know coming up.
From the WRMF Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center. If you've been in an accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Well, at the moment, no major incidents to report on your roadways. 95 and the Turnpike up to speed for the most part throughout Broward and Palm Beach counties. Traffic, a service of Palm Beach Mitsubishi. I'm Suits 97.9 WRMF.
It's Valentine's Day every day in February at Palm Beach Mitsubishi. Feel the love with huge discounts off MSRP. Cha-ching! You make it to Palm Beach Mitsubishi and we'll make it happen. Palm Beach Mitsubishi, across from the Palm Beach Airport. PalmBeachMitsubishi.com.
Get results now at New Radiance Cosmetic Centers. It's Randy West. You gotta follow my weight loss journey on the semaglutide medical weight loss diet. You've heard about this as Ozempic. All the celebrities are talking about and showing its dramatic results. It makes you feel full so you don't overeat. You lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. Call 561-258-9090 to schedule your free consultation at South Florida's #1 provider of med spa and anti-aging services. Locations in Boca, Fort Lauderdale, Port St. Lucie, Wellington, Palm Beach Gardens. Call 561-258-9090 or go to newradiancenow.com/WRMF.
If you're thinking about a car, Classic Cars of Palm Beach has a massive inventory. I love buying pre-owned, and they've got hundreds of cars. You can go check them out online right now at classiccarsofpalmbeach.com and then go see them in person. I love the fact that they are family owned and operated. They take care of their customers. They want you to feel like family. They want you to feel like friends. At Classic Cars of Palm Beach, the owners are right there on the property. It's not like your traditional car dealerships where you feel like a number and it's a cattle call. At Classic Cars of Palm Beach, they're customer focused. They want you to have a VIP experience where you feel great and you're in and out in under an hour. They're not going to use that old slippery car salesman trick of keeping you there for hours. They want to get you in and out and respect your time. Check them out on US 1 in the Jupiter Tequesta area. ClassicCarsOfPalmBeach.com, right next to Papi Chulo's.
South Florida weather is 15 seconds away from the H. Gregg West Palm Beach Weather Center.
Drive into love with hgregg.com on Military Trail. Whatever your taste or budget is, they've got a huge inventory of vehicles with a perfect match for you and your loved ones to make this Valentine's Day special. hgregg.com. Save more, drive happy.
Waking up to the 60s this Wednesday morning with only a few clouds, mostly sunny in the afternoon. Highs in the low to mid 80s. In the mid 80s once again for your Thursday and Friday, with showers returning into the forecast later on Friday. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Jennifer Correa for 97.9 WRMF.
This report is sponsored by Dunkin'. This Valentine's Day, Dunkin's got the perfect pairings to show your love. A dozen brownie batter donuts and a cocoa mocha signature latte. Or make them swoon with a strawberry dragon fruit Dunkin' refresher with a Cupid's Choice donut. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
What's hot now on the KVJ Show?
Hey, this morning you got us on KVJ TV. Want to watch the KVJ Show on your flat screen TV? Just go to YouTube and look for the KVJ Show. Flat screen TV, pretty much everybody's got the access to YouTube on your flat screens today, so we're right there. Make sure you subscribe and ring that bell too so you get a notification when the KVJ Show comes on. We also do a bonus show after this show for 30 minutes. It's unrated material that's live on YouTube, or you can watch it anytime you want on demand. And the cool thing too, you can use the YouTube mobile app to take KVJ with you when you leave your home and watch on your mobile device.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, if you haven't dealt with it yet, you will very soon, because the diverging diamond is starting to open up all over South Florida. They've already got a couple in Miami. Palm Beach County got its first opened this week. What is the diverging diamond? If you've not heard, it is a new type of intersection that happens off of I-95. And its headline is that it sends you from the right lane to the left lane, then back to the right lane, which seems massively confusing.
Kind of British, right?
It does have the air of being British or Bahamian. The selling point is it's supposed to be a lot safer. It's supposed to be more efficient. You will go, for instance, from 4 traffic lights down to 2. That's how they sell it. But is it really that amazing? Now, I've gotten some feedback from some people that have dealt with this, and they are south of us. They're in Palm Beach County, and they're also north of us. One email said, just north of Melbourne, Florida, is a growing town called Vieira. And they opened up one of those diverging diamonds at a new I-95 interchange about 2 years ago. From my experience, the diverging diamond is no better than a traditional cloverleaf. They call it the cloverleaf because of the way it looks from above. If you are attempting to go straight across on Vieira Boulevard over I-95, you find yourself stuck at a red light or 2 at rush hour. A cloverleaf has no need to stop cross traffic. It's like some engineer had to justify their job, so they made this and sold it as revolutionary. I will guarantee that the east-west traffic on Glades Road will still be terrible. So I took it yesterday, and seemed like the car in front of me was slightly confused, and I was trying to figure it out. I will tell you that if you're exiting southbound on Glades Road, instead of just having maybe the 2 or 3 lanes, it seems like there's about 5, so they have opened up more to that. And, you know, it does seem kind of odd. I guess you're going to have to wait and see, because there's still a lot of rubble all around. So it's hard on the eyes to figure out, okay, is this thing fully open or what is going on? And it does seem like they've got to clean some things up. So I don't know if I would completely give a rating of the diverging diamond until it is cleaned up. They've moved on to their next diverging diamond intersection, and you can say, okay, is this thing better or worse than it had been? But it seemed like people were kind of starting to figure it out. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. They said it decreases accidents by like 50%.
Well, what else are they going to say, guys? There's more accidents. Of course you're going to say that.
There's 2 things that they're really selling us. It's that and the roundabout. You notice that they've done the exact same thing with the roundabout, where those are popping up now more frequently in Florida. And they've said that that reduces. They're like the exact same numbers. They said, I think, accidents decreased by 33% or something like that with the roundabout. And they try to sell, but I got to tell you, man, it's still massively confusing, because you have this race to get in the circle. And so I had this happen the other day where I was right there and I'm just driving the speed limit, or the way I should be. And some guy rushes. I start to go into the circle, and this guy who's flying goes racing into the circle first, and he clearly is not going to stop. And I almost have to run up onto the sidewalk because he ain't stopping. Because for a-holes, the roundabouts don't work because there's nothing telling them to stop. This is a hashtag be cool intersection, right? Where you have to be, I don't know, nice. You have to be courteous. You have to have empathy. You have to see, oh, you know what? They're already there. Instead of seeing a car that's starting to enter the roundabout, he's like going, I'm going to beat him to it, which is what went through this guy's mind. And if you've got that mindset, there's no way roundabouts can be safer than if you tell the a-hole he has to stop.
Get him, Dickie Reyes. Get him, Dickie Reyes.
That's what I'm just telling you. I know they have all these numbers, and I've got my own opinions about the roundabouts from experiences. I've gone through enough of them now. I'm not sold that they're definitely more confusing than a four-way stop.
Definitely.
I'm not sold that they're safer, even though they tell me, no, we've done the studies, Kev. We've got the numbers here. We've crunched them. Not sure I'm buying it. So the diverging diamond, I think the roundabout people are selling me the diverging diamond, and I don't trust the roundabout people. So I'm not sure I trust the diverging diamond either. So I guess we'll see what happens with it. But that is the early reviews of the diverging diamond. Too soon to tell, but people who've gone through them, and I even heard this from people in Miami yesterday, saying they suck. So like I said, get used to it because they've decided to open them up all over I-95 throughout South Florida. So they are coming to you very soon. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, Virginia's son Rocco called her out in a writing assignment for school. Virginia feels like a bad mom today. Should she? What did Rocco have to say? We're going to find out all about it next on the KVJ Show.
God, I wish somebody would have told me when I was younger that all bodies aren't the same. Photoshop bitty models on magazine covers told me I was overweight. I stopped eating. What a bummer. Can't have carbs in a hot girl summer. If I could go back and tell myself when I was younger, I'd say, psst. Victoria's Secret, girl, you wouldn't believe. She's an old man who lives in Ohio, making money off of girls like me, cashing in on body issues, selling skin and bones with big boobs. I know Victoria's Secret. She was made up by a dude. Victoria was made up by a dude. Victoria was made up by a dude. I wish somebody would have told me that thighs of thunder meant normal human thighs. The f***ing pressure I was under to lose my appetite and fight the cellulite with hunger games like every night. If I could go back and tell myself when I was younger, I'd say, hey dummy, I know Victoria's Secret. Girl, you wouldn't believe. She's an old man who lives in Ohio, making money off of girls like me, cashing in on body issues, selling skin and bones with big boobs. I know Victoria's Secret. She was made up by a dude. Victoria was made up by a dude. Victoria was made up by a dude. I know Victoria's Secret. And girl, you wouldn't believe. She's an old man who lives in Ohio, making money off of girls like me, cashing in on body issues, selling skin and bones with big boobs. I know Victoria's Secret. She was made up by a dude. I know Victoria's Secret. Girl, you wouldn't believe. She's an old man who lives in Ohio, making money off of girls like me, cashing in on body issues, selling skin and bones with big boobs. I know Victoria's Secret. She was never made for me and you.
Is Virginia a bad mom? She feels that way today. It's all because of something that Rocco wrote up about her in an assignment for school. Now, what exactly did you put that's making you feel bad today, Virginia?
Okay, so he had a writing assignment where there had to be a topic introduced, and then he had to support it with statements. Now, this is his very first, major writing assignment, so you can see
it's a big deal.
It's got a lot of help from the teacher and her helping him craft sentences and stuff, but the basic thought is definitely there. And as I was reading it, I was like, oh wait, this is for me.
Okay.
So his basic thought and the topic that he wanted to introduce was that robot technology would be great because in his opinion, a robot would help out with his mom.
Would help out with his mom?
He said she always needs help. She is always busy with work. I like to help her out, but it gets tiring. But the robot doesn't get tired. And that's all my reasons why I need a robot for my mom.
So you are exasperating and wearing out your son. Is this with your request for technological help?
I think I do ask him for a lot of help. I also ask him to do stuff around the house, like cleaning up and stuff like that. I'm sure he'd love the robot to help him clean his room.
It shows you, too, where the youth's head is at when it comes to the robot agenda. They are all in.
They
want robots bad.
He wants a robot. He wants a robot to free up my time, probably so I can play more with him.
Okay.
And yesterday I had back-to-back meetings, and
man.
I had a Zoom call. I had so much going on yesterday, and I could just, when I read this, I was like, oh my gosh.
Now, there are two parts to this that could be condemning to you. One is just that you don't really know technology that much and your requests are exasperating, which I feel like you're like a lot of parents. I don't think there's anything with that. The other one here is the Virginia who is too busy to give time, attention, and love to her son, and he feels neglected, which that feels a lot more harsh. What do you think he's leaning on more here, option A or option B, B being the worst?
I think it's both. I mean,
okay.
I think
evenly.
I think it's evenly. And now, after I got off my Zoom call last night, I was sitting there thinking, and like during the Zoom call, he came up to me and he's like, I'm just going to go next door and play with the neighbor. And I was like, okay, buddy, because I didn't have time for him because I was on a Zoom call.
Yeah. Okay. So he has to go find his attention somewhere else.
Right.
Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So will anything change? Your ignorance to technology probably won't. Will you do anything different with your scheduling? Do you feel like you need to give your son more time?
I do, and I will.
Okay.
I just need to say no to exterior forces that pull in other directions. You know what I'm talking about. Like,
absolutely.
when other projects present themselves for me to, help other people achieve their goals, I just need to say no.
Yeah, people rarely get a yes out of me. So.
See, I rarely give a no.
Yeah.
But
I was the same way as you. And I think it's very liberating and very free. And I was even reading an article yesterday for people that maybe have committed and then you realize, gosh, I really don't have time to do this. Why did I say yes? And then you feel bad and you do it anyway. That even if you have committed, there really is nothing wrong. I mean, unless the whole thing is depending upon you, that you can say, hey, look, there are just so many things coming at me right now. I'm so sorry that there should not be. And if, look, somebody's going to give you guilt, it's not cool. You got to understand that people are very busy.
And this is the reason why.
Right,
My kid wrote an essay about how I'm not a good mom.
I wonder how often that happens when the parent gets the essay back from the kid and they go, dang, they're talking about me and they're going in hard.
Well, I go over his work. I look through his folder and I kind of breeze over most of it because it's like math and stuff like that I don't really care about. But then I saw this and I said, she always needs help. Wait, who is this about? What is this about? She always needs help. Oh, damn. This is about me.
My boy's blowing up my spot.
The kid is writing about how I need help. I need to help myself.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. Well, it's a quick little nudge. Just a reminder that Virginia needs to say no more to work and other functions and yes more to her kid.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all good.
Focus, Mama.
Mm-hmm. His grades are doing well?
Yeah, I think he's doing great. You know, I think at his age, it's hard to get them excited about, he's not excited about math and reading and writing, but oh my gosh, the kid loves technology.
Yeah, I think most people have their area of expertise that they just really seem to like and gravitate towards. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I think you're just human if that's the case.
I'm going to put up a video. He took my bracelet from the Margaritaville boat, which had a computer chip in it.
Yeah.
He reprogrammed it to open his door. His door's computerized.
Wow, that's stunning. That's amazing.
I made a video of it because I couldn't believe he did it.
He liked that little cartoon at Jimmy Neutron.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, right. He's doing that kind of stuff.
I told him, I'm like, dude, you need to watch Phineas and Ferb because you are them.
You're going to pull up to your house one day and a rocket ship's going to be taken off out of the backyard.
Totally.
Yeah, he's, Mom, I'm going to the moon. I'll
like,
see you in a couple days. Yeah. How do you feel about Rocco's school? Do you feel like it's a solid school?
I do, because I think a lot of it has to do with the teacher. And he has a great teacher. And he's had great teachers. But, if he had a bad teacher, it would completely change the whole thing, because I remember when Magnolia was his age in kindergarten, she had a terrible teacher. And it changes the whole experience. That one teacher makes such a difference.
Yeah, I'm a parent. I try to be involved, but I don't know so much about education. My wife is the educator, and she knows more about it. All I know is you can look up a school, and you can see what the school's rated. And that's the best that I do. And you can see how your kid's doing and hope that they're doing well. But you never know. Like I said, during the the distance learning that we had done, I just remember one time as my son Cannon was home learning some history about the Roman Empire, something I know a good bit about. The teacher was telling him things that were not true. And I was like, what's he saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not correct, actually.
Bad teaching.
So I just wonder, how good of an education are your kids in the state of Florida getting? And all I can lean on is how they grade them or seeing reports. Like this just came out yesterday, the 2023 states with the best and worst education report. Let me tell you, Florida's not doing well on this. Florida is 40th out of 50 states in school quality. 40th out of 50 in school quality. 42nd in student success and 32nd in student safety.
How do we do on lunches?
Rocco loves lunch. Got kids killing it at lunch.
I struggle. We're doing great there.
I struggle with math, but I did kill it in lunch too, Rocco.
The lunch lady loves him. He is a big spender.
They say Florida students have one of the lowest SAT average scores in the country. It has one of the highest percentages of student expulsions per school, and Florida has the highest rate of high school students who did not go to school because they felt unsafe at school or on the way to or from school. These are not good things about Florida schools.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. And what is the option? I don't know. I do know the Florida House is looking at this private school voucher program, which is very controversial, and there are people on both sides that are pounding the table about how it's good or terrible. The universal choice, they say, is going to steer about $2.4 billion from public schools to private schools. So it seems like in Florida, their answer is, well, you know what? If we can't have the state run it well, let's let private people run the schools. But to that, I don't know that we have great private schools either, at least according to Stephen M. Ross, who is the CEO and chairman of Related Companies. He was talking to a bunch of people in West Palm Beach, and he was saying, look, in West Palm Beach, we don't have high-quality private schools and charter schools. He said, I'm talking to people from up north, and I've had conversations. I was talking to my wife about it because she teaches at one of these schools, and talking to other parents that came from the Northeast. 3 different families said, yeah, the schools in New York City are so much better than they are here.
Really?
Yes. He said that, look, if we want to start getting competitive people to leave New York City to come to South Florida, we got to get better private schools because they're not nearly as good as they are in the Northeast. So I'm just like, what the heck is going on with, doesn't seem like there's any schools that are very good, at least what I'm reading here. And I'm just a dude who, I'm not in it, but talking to other parents and reading stats like this, you're just like, I guess we don't have good education in Florida.
Yeah, someone's going to send you a very long email with stats. It's not going to be entertaining, but they're going to break it down.
I like it. Yeah, if somebody could make me feel better about what I just read today, these are stacking up as 3 different stories that I read just today that don't make me feel great about Florida's education system. So I hope our governor is going to put more into it. I've read that in his upcoming budget, there will be raises for teachers and hopefully some more money for education. So I don't know if Florida's not prioritizing it enough or what we're doing wrong, but I think we need to look at it.
I think we did just recently give nice raises and incentives for new teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Which made all the old teachers all pissed off. Why do they get there?
Yeah, right.
The salty dogs are mad.
It always happens.
Yeah, I just like to read some positives. And I'm not here with the answers. I just know that I'd like to read some stories that are very positive about Florida's education because I got a kid in Florida schools and I would like to make sure he's getting a great education. I don't feel great about him getting that education I'm hoping he's getting. So let me know if I'm wrong. I hope I am.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so in it and so focused on Rocco. I think I love his teacher, and I'm just living in that happy space because I've been in situations where Magnolia's teacher was not good at the same age, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
When you have a good teacher, you need to praise them and stroke them and be so grateful for them because they make such.
I don't know stroking them, but
not stroking physically.
Didn't you have a teacher, one of your kids, that they hated the show?
They hated the show.
That's gonna be
They hated
uncomfortable.
Kevin. They hated me. They hated you. They thought we were heathens. Now, that was at the Catholic school. Rocco's not at a Catholic school like Magnolia was. So that did make a difference. I think the archdiocese wasn't really signing off on the KVJ shenanigans.
Oh, well, Virginia.
What is this drunk girl trivia?
What are these heathens doing?
It's called a radio show.
Look, we got to pay the bills. Sorry.
That's it. Well, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, do you believe critics or your friends? There's a new study that says that people are 50% more likely to listen to the advice of friends and family over an expert in the field. But then 40% of people then later wish that they had sought out a more expert advice. So I guess they get the advice from their family and friends and then regret it later.
My advice that I give family and friends, go talk to an expert. Not me.
It all depends on what we're talking about. If we're talking about brain surgery, I want an expert. If we're talking about a movie to watch, I'll talk to my good buddy Jesse. He knows movies.
And they'll set you right.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so when KVJ Nation tells you to watch something, it's going to be good.
97% of the time, it's awesome. I had 3 messages from people go, "You got to watch this movie, Bert. It's so funny." And I watch it. I'm like, what? I'm so annoyed.
So what is that movie that maybe you shouldn't watch because it's not great? And I will give you one show that people are saying you should watch if you're not. Coming up next.
Ra ra Rama Rama ma ga ga ooh la la. What's your bad romance? Ga ra Rama Rama ma ga ga ooh la la. What's your bad romance? I want you ugly, I want you disease, I want you everything as long as it's free. I want your love, 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 love. I want your love. I want your drama, the touch of ton amour. I don't wanna be friends. No, I don't wanna be friends. I don't wanna be friends. Why'd you borrow mine? Why'd you borrow mine? I want your love and I want your revenge. You and me could write a bad romance. I want your love and all your love's revenge. You and me could write a bad romance. Why'd you borrow mine? Why'd you borrow mine? Why'd you borrow mine? Ra ra Roma Roma ma ga ga ooh la la. What's your bad romance?
Well, I got some comments coming in here about Florida's education. And I was reading some numbers that were kind of alarming about where Florida fits in the country, 50 different states. And Florida is 40th in school quality, 42nd in student success, and 32nd in student safety. And we've heard this issue going on for a while. Stephen M. Ross, the guy who owns the Dolphins and also the related company, was talking about how even the private schools in South Florida are not nearly as good as the ones that are in the Northeast. So what does Florida do? What are people's thoughts? And why is this happening? One text makes a lot of sense. They say, I am a native Floridian, and our school system has always been lacking support from our state government. There was nothing but old people here in the state, so the old people didn't care to pass bills that provided funding for schools. They were well past it. Their kids were already out of school, so they didn't care.
Gotcha.
They're not going to agree to pay more taxes for something that they are not going to use. Somebody said in New York, the pay is twice as much as Florida, and that's why New York schools are better. Somebody who is an educator down here in South Florida, and one of Cannon's former teachers, said that, yeah, my cousin's a teacher in New York, makes twice as much as me, and I'm the AP. I've been an educator 10 years longer than her. That's why schools in Florida can't compare. They got to fix that, man.
That's crazy.
So how do they fix it? Somebody said, tell Florida to legalize marijuana, and we can put that money towards teachers and education like other states do. Okay. Let Denny's and Bird help out our educational system. They would every night dedicate themselves to educating our youth. I mean, just think about the sacrifice they would make, Virginia.
They're both raising the roof.
Yeah. They're all into education. Every night they'd be helping out. And somebody said, all I can say is I work with teachers who give all they have for their students, and we all do. And you do. Absolutely. And I salute the teachers that are there. My wife was working till past 8 o'clock last night to get stuff for her students ready. So, you know, hats off to the educators who are out there busting their butt for the pay they get. I'm going to keep complaining about it until you get what you deserve. So hopefully they're going to fix it soon.
I mean, that's embarrassing if New York makes double.
It is.
Come on.
It angers me to no point, obviously. But hopefully one day we'll get it right. Okay, so do you trust friends and family over the critics? New study says that 50% of the time, or 50% of the people, do. They trust their friends and family. The power of word of mouth. It is truly a thing.
When it comes to restaurants, I always trust word of mouth. When it comes to movies and shows I like, I will say KVJ Nation usually is about a 97% Rotten Tomato score with things they say, Bird, you got to check it out, and I like it.
But you say they really whiffed on one that they recommended for you.
Well, I got so many, I got 3 comments going, Bird, you got to check this out. It's so funny. It's Eddie Murphy. And I love Eddie Murphy, especially when he's in a comedy.
Right.
You go, it's a comedy, and it's his latest one on Netflix. It was in the top 10. I'm going, all right, this is going to be awesome. And I thought it was not good at all. I thought it was corny AF.
Really?
Oh, no.
It felt like the writers from the new Sex and the City wrote it. It just was very, very forced, y'all.
And it's too bad because it's got a good cast. It looks promising. It's got Jonah Hill in it as well. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who I absolutely love. Nia Long, David Duchovny. So, you know, the cast is pretty solid.
Oh, I thought it was corny. But then I wanted to ask, am I the only one that thought it wasn't that good? Because I had 3 KVJ Nations say you got to check it out. It was hilarious. And I thought it was so bad.
Okay. All right, I'll have Suits put up a KVJ TV poll. Have you seen You People with Eddie Murphy on Netflix? Was it good, yes or no? So we'll get to see where people were breaking out on that. Is it just Bird, who's too tough of a critic?
Jonah Hill's character I thought was so stupid. I don't know, man. I thought it was corny.
I will tell you that a lot of the Netflix stuff is really kind of hit or miss. And my theory on that is that Netflix is trying to crank out so much content to stay competitive and justify raising rates that maybe they don't have the same type of quality control that the main Paramount Studios and everybody else does, because they have to put in a ton of money to market a movie. In fact, of all the money that they spend on a movie, I think it's like, 25%, something like that, is then in marketing the movie. So there are times where if they have a stink bomb, that they will be like, it's not worth promoting. We're not going to waste any more money on this. And they basically shelve it or send it direct to video. Netflix, however, doesn't necessarily promote the same way that these big, studios do out of Hollywood.
Yeah, what's the Rotten Tomato? I always like to see the Rotten Tomato score from the critics and what the audience says. What did they say about you people? A lot of times, especially with the newer movies, I'm trying not to even be swayed by what anybody says. And if the concept strikes me, I want to watch it, because I think sometimes we get swayed away from watching things too much because we get too involved with what people think.
On Rotten Tomatoes, the tomato meter has got you people at 43%, and the audience score is 39. Ooh. It is a stink bomb on Rotten Tomatoes.
For the critics and people.
Before you watched it, you should have read that.
Well, that's what I didn't want to do. I try not to do that.
Sometimes you have to. That is so in your face.
That's not good.
That's terrible.
I got to tell you, of our audience that has watched You People with Eddie Murphy, it's right about what Rotten Tomatoes is. 32% now are saying it was good. And that's pretty much in line with Rotten Tomatoes.
It reminded me so much of the new Sex and the City kind of writing. It just was really forced.
Okay.
But that's my opinion.
Yeah, sure.
I'm seeing people in the chat room that liked it.
Well, I think that seems to be the percentage. If you want to watch a movie that 32% of the people like, take a chance with it. If those aren't high enough numbers for you, you might want to avoid You People. The one maybe to watch, though, I've been hearing a little bit about The Last of Us. It's on HBO Max. And I got an email here from Wooden Stash Dave, who said, yeah, you got to check it out, man. It's a post-apocalyptic zombie series based on the game of the same name. And the most recent episode, episode 3, features Nick Offerman, Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec, and Murray Bartlett, who was Armand from The White Lotus. They're in a gay relationship, and it's beautiful and an unexpected depiction of a gay relationship in a destroyed world, literally the last of them. And I'd seen this on the news yesterday. There's a Linda Ronstadt song that's featured in it, Long, Long Time, and it's now getting streamed all over Spotify and things like that. People are looking up this song because they love it, and it's all because of this Last of Us episode that happened.
Linda's like, what the hell's going on? And thank you.
Right. You never know when it's going to come back, so maybe that is something to watch. Avoid You People, watch The Last of Us. Got some movie news. Are you excited? They're going to be doing Bad Boys 4. That is officially happening. Will Smith did a video yesterday trying to get us to remember that we used to love the fun-loving Willie, Big Willie style. He went to go see Martin Lawrence to make the announcement, and they kind of spoofed and joked about the fact that Bad Boys 3 was called Bad Boys for Life, which would have been a better title for the fourth Bad Boys. That last movie was pretty decent, though. It came out 2020, so I thought that was good. They seem to have a good formula with that. The DC Universe is going to be including a Superman movie without Henry Cavill and a Batman movie without Ben Affleck. So they might be bringing back a Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, Ezra Miller. They might be coming back. But so DC made some big announcements on some new movies yesterday.
I'm sorry, my headphones. You say they're making a Batman movie without Ben Affleck?
Yes.
Okay.
They are.
And then who would be the Batman?
Didn't say. It's of a different, now the Robert Pattinson one, that's not DC, so they're still doing the Robert Pattinson, they're still doing the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga that's going to be coming out.
It's a lot of Batman, Virginia.
It is. It's too much Batman for me personally.
When you go on HBO, the man thing, and you get to the B section, the Batman takes up 4 rows. There's so much Batman.
It's too much Batman for me.
As soon as you start talking about Batman, my eyes roll back in my head. I'm like,
there's a lot of, there's Batman, but it's different divisions impressions of Batman.
Too much.
I
Too much for me.
I can't with so many bats.
I'm there with you, Virginia. And Murder Mystery 2. Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston are back. They're going to be dropping that on Netflix on March 31st.
Did you see Murder Mystery 1?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's
okay.
It's okay. It's watchable. You won't necessarily want to punch yourself in the face, but it's not anything that you would want to watch twice.
I'm not trying to sound like a blowhard. I didn't love it.
Well, you have a thing where you demand more from your movie. You want it to be awesome. If you're going to spend 2 hours watching something, it needs to be awesome.
It's just not my cup of soda.
Yep.
That's it.
So if you got a movie you'd like for Jaybird to waste his time on, send us an email and let us know. mail@kvjshow.com.
Here's what's coming up on the Dirt of the Day. Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in your Dirt of the Day, ooh, I am so ready for Gisele Bündchen to talk. She is going to be breaking her silence on her split from Tom Brady. When are we going to get all the details? I will tell you coming up in your Dirt.
Entertainment updates 5 minutes after every hour from the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF. From the WRMF Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center. If you've been in an accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Well, at the moment, we're not seeing any major incidents on 95 or the Turnpike. The only thing to keep an eye out for is an accident on the 95 northbound exit ramp to Blue Heron Boulevard. This one is blocking an off-ramp center lane. Give yourself a couple of extra minutes in that area. Traffic, a service of Palm Beach Mitsubishi. I'm Suits, 97.9 WRMF.
The brand new Palm Beach Mitsubishi is the local leader in customer service with the best selection of fully reconditioned pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Palm Beach Mitsubishi, across from the Palm Beach Airport. PalmBeachMitsubishi.com.
Welcome to the other side of the apocalypse. Fallout Boy. So much for Tour Dust. Live in West Palm Beach. I Think Financial Amphitheater. July 24th. With special guests. Bring Me the Horizon and Royal and the Serpent. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at livenation.com. The album So Much for Stardust drops March 24th. Part of the Ford Concert Series.
This Friday,
let's have an adventure together.
Critics are raving about 80 for Brady.
I'm there.
It's heartwarming and hilarious.
Come on, ladies.
Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Rita Moreno, and Sally Field.
I'm in.
80 for Brady, rated PG-13, directed by Hal Marvin.
What makes the going good? Is it burgers or pizza? One slice or two? At Racetrack, it's all of the above. Stop in for buy one, get one $1 pizza slices and the new bacon cheeseburger pizza. Racetrack, whatever gets you going. Limited time at participating locations.
Warning, the following may contain disturbing content not suitable for young ears, including but not limited to low prices, more for your trade-in, and instant credit pre-approval at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach.
Buy a Kia, Greenway Kia. Call 800-NEW-KIA, Greenway Kia.
Right now at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, get up to $6,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for any trade, so you can start your new year in a brand new Kia. Shop from our large selection of new Kias like the new 2023 Kia Forte, K5, Sorento, Seltos, and Telluride. Plus, make no payments until April 2023. Worried about your past credit problems? Forget it. Get pre-approved online at GreenwayKiaWestPalmBeach.com. Plus, see the value of your trade instantly using our online trade appraisal tool. Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800-NEW-KIAs. Visit GreenwayKiaWestPalmBeach.com. Qualified applicants, 90 days deferred payments with approved credit through KUS. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Negative equity refinance. Offers don't combine.
You got a lot of great reasons to hop on the Bright Line this week. Some good concerts. Tonight, you want to head to West Palm Beach at the Kravis Center. They got Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr. Then on Saturday, the Kravis Center's got Boys to Men. You're in Fort Lauderdale, Boca, Aventura, Miami. Get on that Bright Line. Come on up. Or if you want to go check out Carrie Underwood, she's going to be with Jimmy Allen Thursday night at Miami-Dade Arena. Hop on and go to Miami. And make sure you know a couple things. One, if you got 4 or more people, it's going to be hopping on with you. Make sure you use the code ALLABOARD to save yourself 25% off. I also would highly recommend upgrading to premium so you can ride with complimentary drinks and snacks in the station lounge and train. And you got to know about Brightline Plus, too. They can get you from the station to your destination destination, and they now have private rides with Uber that you can get when using the Brightline app. You can check in and get your ride also with Uber. So go on ahead and book your next car-free, carefree trip at gobrightline.com or download the Brightline app today.
Strax is better than ever. New owners, new surgeons, new look. Visit StraxAesthetics.com to see the new Strax. Schedule your free consultation today to get the look you want. That's StraxAesthetics.com. Call 954-634-3333 now.
Experience the Anna Jar and Levine difference. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
South Florida runs on Duncan, and so does 97.9 WRMF. From the Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach studio, trade in and trade up to a new Kia for less with one of the area's largest selections of new Kias available. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
A lot of talking going on in your dirt today. People that haven't spoken are about to speak. Gisele Bündchen is the first one. They say she is all set to spill the beanage in an upcoming article for Vanity Fair. Now, they put her on the cover, and they got her on the inside talking. So it's not just about her story, but she also does a whole modeling thing as well. And I'm sure Vanity Fair paid a pretty penny for that. She will apparently talk in depth about her divorce from Tom Brady and what happened with her modeling career and why, she got upset when he wouldn't take a step back, but she took a step back from her modeling and he couldn't take a step back from his football. And I want all the dirt.
Oh, it's going to be a battle of the teams that they, all their agents and everyone that protects them. It's going to be a battle, man, because his people are going to have something all ready to go right after she goes to Vanity Fair.
Oh, he's going to go to Men's Health or something.
Whatever.
GQ.
I don't think he's going to talk. I think Tom Brady is going to stay quiet and just kind of take the high road and try to minimize any comments she makes.
It depends on what she says and how badly she digs at him. If she starts going in on him being a bad father, stuff like that, I can see him making a statement.
I would see him making a quick deflect and saying that I disagree with her perceptions of our relationship or me as a father, and I doubt she would go in that hard on him.
Did you say deflect or deflate? I'm sorry.
Yes, he does that too.
I see what you're saying, Kevin. I hope you're wrong, but you're probably right, just like always.
He's not that kind of media warrior.
He's not pissed like she is. He's still doing what he wanted to do. He kept his vision, his focus, and was like, sorry, Gisele. Sorry, kids. I'm doing me. So he's not pissed. She's pissed.
And by the way, I've never seen anything where he was like, sorry, kids, and he wasn't anything but a great father. So he's always been there having his kids go to his games. He's been very active with them. When you saw his documentary, his kid was always coming in. He was taking time for him.
But when he promised his family he was going to walk away from football and got his wife and kids all excited that they would have daddy home, then he changed his mind a few weeks after doing it.
And you know all this for a fact.
That's the disappointment.
You know that he hyped up his whole family and promised them. And it's like, we're going to go to Disney. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And then one day be like, suck it, kids.
I do. I see it.
You know that?
I see it in her eyes.
Well, Kev, that's why he's going to have to make a statement, because people like Virginia are working for Vanity Fair. And we were there, too.
He'll just say calmly, I completely disagree with your take on my life story. And I think he will quickly move on.
But here I am doing me, not doing family.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
He quit football and then unretired 3 weeks later.
We don't know what that had to do with anything.
We do. I do.
There are a lot of guys that play in the NFL and are really great fathers. And find time. They get 6 months out of the year where they don't really have to do a lot.
But if you promise your wife you're retiring and then you renege on that, she's going to be pissed.
Okay, but that doesn't make him a bad father, first of all.
I never said he was a bad father.
You did.
I just said he was an absent father.
Virginia just did.
I said he was absent from what they wanted him to be. He chose football over retirement. That's a fact.
I think you went in on him not being a good father.
I'm just telling you what happened. He went back to football when his family thought he was going to be home with them.
I'm just telling you, I don't think you know what happened.
Dog, she knows. She reads stories off TMZ.
Why you think Giselle's so pissed? Why you think she's hooking up with the karate instructor?
Maybe she's a hothead.
There's two sides to every story, too.
Yeah.
And you also want a gender war.
Whatever. Team Giselle.
Yeah, she wants to see it all burn, Kev.
I hear you. She's working her way towards it.
Well, Ashton Kutcher is talking for the first time. More talking. This is really the first time he's ever talked about Danny Masterson's sexual assault charges. He said, look, I'm not the judge. I'm not the jury. I'm not the DA. I'm not the victim. I don't have a space to comment. I just don't know what happened. But I do know that someday his kid is going to read about this. And I feel for anybody that was violated, but I hope he is found innocent of the charges brought against him. So there you go. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Virginia got people fired up with her insanity.
I don't care. The truth is the truth.
People are so fired up.
Oh, bring it.
The truth is the truth, but Virginia doesn't have the truth.
No.
Well, wait till Vanity Fair comes out.
Oh,
that's going to be the
because that's
truth.
gonna be the
They're
truth.
always so accurate.
That's going to be the truth.
Vanity Fair.
That's gonna be
Giselle's article is going to be so accurate and truthful.
Bible.
And Tom Brady's will be all lies, Kevin, because he's a man.
Yeah.
He's not going to say anything because he knows he did wrong.
How dare he want to provide for his family? And
It's not providing for your family at this point. I think they got enough money.
Yeah.
It's ego.
heaven forbid he actually partake in a career that he's played since he was a child.
Ego. He made a promise and then he broke it.
Virginia turned into the human Twitter.
Got a couple of celebrity birthdays here today. Harry Styles is turning 29 years old. Ronda Rousey, who's giving it a go in the world of professional wrestling after doing the MMA, is turning 36. Lauren Conrad, your girl, LC from Laguna Beach in the Hills, is 37 today, Bird.
I was a Hills fan.
That's your girl.
I was a Hills. I always like I liked Whitney. Remember Whitney?
Okay.
Yeah. I was a Hills fan.
Jason Isbell is 44. He was at Hard Rock Live just a couple Saturdays ago. I'd let you know about that. I did a deeper dive on Jason Isbell just to hear what it's about. It's soulful, kind of like folk music, just basically a dude and a guitar. Not necessarily my jam typically, but I recognize the talent
Yeah,
in the guy.
Where
Yeah.
did this cat come from? 40? You said 44?
He's 44. I think he's been around a little bit. Like I said, he's kind of a little bit more of an underground if you like that kind of a dude just standing there with a guitar writing deep, meaningful songs.
Is it country?
It's, I would say, an offshoot of it. It doesn't fit neatly. You're not going to hear him. I've never heard him on a country station. So he kind of is in that world of he's not quite country. He's not Chris Stapleton, but he's not quite country either.
But there is that world that's got a lot of fans, but a lot of people don't know who the hell you're talking about when you bring them up. But they have a ton of people that love their music.
If he's playing Hard Rock Live, that's a decent sized venue.
Yeah.
So he's, it's not like he's playing a bar. He's got pretty good following. Big Boy from Outkast, he's turning 48 today. And the dude, Michael C. Hall, that played Dexter, he's turning 52. And if you're a fan of Dexter, a show that was originally filmed in Miami, you're not going to be seeing him playing the role of Dexter anymore. Showtime has basically ruled that they are not going to do another season of that Dexter sequel. They're going to possibly focus on a prequel of Dexter's life.
Great.
Yeah.
Someone's not jazzed.
Not feeling that, huh?
Always got to have a prequel, Virginia.
Not feeling that.
Always
decision,
going to have a
apparently.
prequel.
Yep. Also, happy 12th birthday to Eloise. She is a communications major at Bach Middle School.
Oh, that's a great school.
Where they have discussed how great the KVJ show is in her radio broadcasting class. Wow, that is actually very surprising.
We love them. They love us. And that is a fantastic school.
It is a very, very good school.
Yeah, it warms our heart.
Mm-hmm. Eric sent that in. Thank you, Eric. Also, in your best Virginia voice, would you please help me out and wish my husband Tommy a very happy 40th birthday? Love, Amy.
Happy birthday, Tom.
Tommy, I hope you get laid.
Open up, sweet baby.
That's right.
Eat that cake.
All right, if you got a birthday and you'd like a shout out, Regular voice or Virginia voice, mail at kvjshow.com is going to do it for you. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, did you know that today is National Freedom Day? If you did not, I'm going to make you aware of it. This day, February 1st, back in 1865, is when they got pen to paper, the 13th Amendment that abolished slavery in the United States. It is a very big day in history to know. So, for our 2-second tunes, we're going to be celebrating National Freedom Day with songs that have the word free or freedom in the title. Virginia Jaybird Denny's put to the test coming up next on the KVJ Show.
We couldn't turn around till we were upside down. I'll be the bad guy now, but no, I ain't so proud. I couldn't be there, even when I tried. You don't believe it. We do this every time. Seasons change and our love went cold. Feed the flag 'cause we can't let go. Run away while we're running in circles. Run away, run away. I dare you to do something. I'm waiting on you again, so I don't take the blame. Run away while we're running in circles. Run away, run away, run away. Let go. I got a feeling that it's time to let go. I said so. I knew that this was doomed from the get-go. You thought that it was special, special, but it was just a sex door, and I still hear the echoes. I got a feeling that it's time to let it go, let it go. Seasons change and our love went cold. Feed the flag 'cause we can't let go. Run away while we're running in circles. Run away, run away. I dare you to do something. I'm waiting on you again, so I don't take the blame. Run away while we're running in circles. Run away, run away, run away. Maybe you don't understand what I'm going through. It's only me. What you got to lose? Make up your mind. Tell me, what are you gonna do? It's only me. Let it go. Seasons change and our love went cold. Feed the flag 'cause we can't let go. Run away while we're running in circles. Run away, run away. I dare you to do something. I'm waiting on you again, so I don't take the blame. Run away while we're running in circles. Run away, run away, run away.
Today is National Freedom Day, a day that signifies the day on February 1st, 1865, that the resolution that proposed the 13th Amendment outlawing slavery was signed by Abraham Lincoln. A day that put our country on the right course for freedom, and a thing we're continually working on here to make better in the United States, but it all began on that day. So, in recognition of that and the kickoff to Black History Month, we have got National Freedom Day recognition in our 2-second tunes here. These are all songs that have the word free or freedom in it. Okay, we're going to be put into the test here with Virginia, Jaybird, and Denny's to see how many they can identify correctly in just 2 seconds of the song.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to eat you two for lunch.
I'm feeling a little better today, a little bit more energetic.
Oh, yeah. How's your illness? Is it waning?
It's waning. I'm feeling better.
Okay. He's rebounding quickly. Okay, here we go. This is song number 1 in 2-second tunes. Okay. I'm looking for the title. The correct title of this song about freedom.
That's my cut.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, people thinking they know it. Virginia, do you know it?
Is that Free Falling?
Is that Not With Confidence? Which is insane, by the way.
Kinda like
It's
there's a
free
question mark
falling.
at the end.
That's free falling, Kevin.
There you go.
Jaber, what do you think it is?
Who am I, Denny's?
Free falling? Oh, Virginia without confidence. Is it free falling?
Free falling? Okay.
You love that song?
I do. It's a great song.
It really is.
Yeah. It's one of the few songs I can play a couple chords of.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I love it so much. Okay, what about this song about freedom? What is the title of this? Any idea? Title of this tune. Going back a little bit. It was a big group in the 90s, and that was a big song, Once Upon a Time. Burr, what is the name of it?
Virginia, has she done writing?
Wait, oh my God.
It's got to be on the tip of your tongue.
Oh, she's not done.
It
Okay.
is. I know this
I know
song.
it. I'm ready to go, but once I say it,
Yeah, Virginia's, you're right. As soon as you say it, Virginia cannot.
free your mind.
Free your mind is your guess. Okay, Denny's, what do you think?
I put free form.
Free form. Virginia, did you get anything down?
I put nothing. I got a free goose egg.
Oh, man.
The rest will follow. Become a fly. Don't be so shallow. Free your mind, and the rest will follow.
That is En Vogue.
I love that song.
It's a great song.
I love me some En Vogue.
En Vogue is my cut.
Yep, if you've not listened to that song for a while, check that out. That is a great tune. If you've never heard it, Free Your Mind. All right, what about this? Song number 3, 2-second tunes for National Freedom Day.
Is that new?
I wouldn't call it new.
But from the last 15 years.
New to you.
Yeah. I'll let you know it's got a South Florida connection to it. Give you a big hint there because it looks like everyone is lost on this song. Song number 3. Okay. Denny's, what did you write down for the title of that song about being free or freedom?
I put free me.
Free me. Okay. Virginia, what did you write?
I put free the tatas.
Okay.
Oh,
Bird.
wow.
Freedom for Floridians.
Okay. Well, there is a Floridian that is singing it. Her name is Ariana Grande. It is a song called Break Free.
This is the part when I say I don't want it. I'm stronger than I've been before. This is the part when I break free. 'Cause I can't resist it no more.
I'm glad you stopped that because I was about to have a stroke.
Yeah.
I think you're about to seizure. That's what they say.
I don't know. My brain started tingling.
Okay, no points on that one. We've got Jaybird in a 2-1 lead over Virginia and Denny's here in 2-second tunes.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, how about this? It's song number 4 about being free or freedom. Okay, anybody feeling this? What is the title of that song? Okay, we're back to you, Virginia. What is the name of that song?
That's Freedom, George Michael.
Okay. Bird, what did you write down?
I put Free Willy. It doesn't feel good.
Free Willy. Okay, Denny's, what did you write?
I put the Freedom Jam.
The Freedom Jam. Too many words in there. We just wanted freedom. Okay, Virginia's now tied Jaybird at 2 apiece.
Looky, long cookie.
I like being called Cookie.
Okay, this could be it. Do we have a tiebreaker here, or will Denny's catch up on this one? The 5th and possibly final song in 2-second tunes about freedom.
Oh.
What is this song? Again, Florida ties. Being played at a salty seaside bar somewhere in Florida as we speak.
I might have this one.
Oh, man.
All right. There you go. All right. We are looking at Jaybird to start us off here in this round. What is the name of that song?
I feel like it's Jimmy Buffett, and I feel like I don't know it. So, free burger in paradise.
Free burger in paradise. Not cheeseburger, but free burger in paradise.
There are no free burgers in paradise. Trust me.
Well, it'd be paradise then. What if you got free burgers?
If paradise existed, I think free burgers would exist as well.
They're at least $12.99.
Denny's, what did you write down?
I wrote the most requested open mic song ever, Free Bird.
Free bird.
This could be interesting. We might get a three-way tie here. Virginia, what did you write down?
Free bird. Suck it.
You pulled the rug out from underneath Denny's.
It's crotch chopping.
Guys, I thought Denny's was going to tie it.
No.
She's
man.
crotch chopping
She's
us.
evil.
So
So evil.
I told your ass I'm going to eat
I'm as free as a bird.
It's depressing. This is playing in the background.
And this bird you cannot change. And the bird you cannot change.
And
I'm
how
losing,
about that?
Bird.
Gosh. That song is right now playing at the Key Lime House, by the way.
I love it.
Yeah. Man, wow. Congratulations, Virginia, on the big W.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right. Will she carry this into more winning? Jaybird has challenged her in a new form of World Record Wednesday.
Bring it. Oh, I want it so bad, Kevin. I want to take the witch down.
They're going to see who can perform better in a world record attempt. That record attempt is putting on the most underwear in 30 seconds. The Guinness record stands at 19 pairs in 30 seconds. But who can put on more, Virginia or Jaybird?
It's not even about Guinness anymore. It's about the Thunderdome here.
It's head-to-head, baby.
Head-to-head.
Wow.
It's for pride.
It is.
Bragging rights.
I can't lose 2 in a row in the same hour.
And we're going to start keeping a record how many wins and losses Bird has. It starts off week 1. Will he go 0 for 1 to start off the new form of World Record Wednesday coming up next?
From the WRMF Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center. If you've been in an accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Well, at the moment, we're not seeing any major incidents on 95 or the Turnpike. The only thing to keep an eye out for is an accident on the 95 northbound exit ramp to Blue Heron Boulevard. This one is blocking an off-ramp center lane. Give yourself a couple of extra minutes in that area. Traffic, a service of Palm Beach Mitsubishi. I'm Suits, 97.9 WRMF.
It's Valentine's Day every day in February at Palm Beach Mitsubishi. Feel the love with huge discounts off MSRP. Cha-ching! You make it to Palm Beach Mitsubishi and we'll make it happen. Palm Beach Mitsubishi, across from the Palm Beach Airport. PalmBeachMitsubishi.com.
My wife was in a situation where she could not lose the weight, and she knew she needed to. 50 pounds was her goal, what her doctor told her. So what do you do when you're in a situation like this and maybe it's something you can't control? You've got weight gain, you're trying to lose weight, but you have a slowing metabolism. Maybe you've got a hormone imbalance, just like my wife did. It could be the effects of menopause too. Well, luckily, Red Mountain Weight Loss is here to help you out. I'm telling you, it moves the needle. You could lose 20 pounds by this time next month with their patented RM3 all-natural hormone that burns fat from your belly, hips, and thighs. You could regain your ideal body weight all the while eating real fresh food, and you're not going to feel starved or deprived. And the best thing, they ship the medication you need right to your door. So all you have to do is schedule your online consultation right now by dialing pound 250 from your cell phone and using the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. That's pound 250 Red Mountain Weight Loss.
It's an easy way to save money. Shop the annual Have a Heart Sale February 3rd and 4th at all Faith Farm locations. Support Faith Farm's mission of saving lives and get trendy, quality, pre-owned furniture with discounts up to 75% off. Financing is available on new furniture with discounts up to 50% off. Appliances, home goods, everything is on sale. Support Faith Farm and save Friday and Saturday, February 3rd and 4th at Faith Farm in Boynton Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and on State Road 70 in Okeechobee.
The breakdown in one of your home systems can occur suddenly. Call today and ARS Rescue Rooter will take $50 off any heating or cooling system repair over $200. Feel confident knowing the trusted technicians at ARS are ready 7 days a week to fix your problem the right way, the first time. Call now or visit ars.com for details, terms, and conditions. License number CMC 1249753, CAC 1813963, CFC 1428283, EC 130085558.
Call ARS and Rescue Rooter.
South Florida weather is 15 seconds away from the H. Gregg West Palm Beach Weather Center.
Drive into love with hgreg.com on Military Trail. Whatever your taste or budget is, they've got a huge inventory of vehicles with a perfect match for you and your loved ones to make this Valentine's Day special. hgreg.com. Save more, drive happy.
Waking up to the 60s this Wednesday morning with only a few clouds, mostly sunny in the afternoon. Highs in the low to mid 80s. In the mid 80s once again for your Thursday and Friday, with showers returning into the forecast later on Friday. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Jennifer Correa for 97.9 WRMF.
This report is sponsored by Dunkin'. This Valentine's Day, Dunkin's got the perfect pairings to show your love. A dozen brownie batter donuts and a cocoa mocha signature latte. Or make them swoon with a strawberry dragon fruit Dunkin' refresher with a Cupid's Choice donut. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
The Mesman and Dover Law Firm, your accidentattorneys.com. Free consultations, 866-954-MORE.
What's hot now on the KVJ Show?
Hey, our WRMF app is really something that is fantastic. I got an email from somebody that had been on a cruise and they were enjoying the WRMF app, listening to the KVJ show. They said even though we were on the cruise, kind of felt like a normal day, getting up and doing our usual routine. Well, you can listen to KVJ wherever you might be, or you can listen to WRMF. You got our podcast on there as well, so you can pick up the show anytime, even if you're in a different time zone. You can listen in the morning by listening on demand. We also put our After the Show podcast up there as well. And just by listening, you can win some really awesome tickets. We got Sam Smith and Madonna on there, for instance, right now. You can pick up some cash, maybe win your own cruise just by downloading and listening to us on the WRMF app.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
World Record Wednesday, gotta give your best. World Record Wednesday, we're chasing greatness today.
Well, thank you very much for the suggestion. Because of a KVJ Nationer, we got a new wrinkle in a new year of World Record Wednesday, where instead of just chasing the record, Bert is going to see how he stacks up against a member of the KVJ show. So when we do these world records, either he gets to pick his opponent or he gets to pick his partner. Today, he's picking his opponent, as it's a one-on-one battle to see who can put on the most underwear in 30 seconds. World record for Guinness stands at 19 pair. So will Virginia or Jaybird put on more underwear in that amount of time? Now, Jaybird has got bigger boxers. Virginia has smaller panties. Before you get all excited and go rushing off to KVJ TV just to see some pink parts, Virginia said that ain't happening because she's wearing Spanx.
I'm taking off my leggings, but I have Spanx on underneath because I'm not here about lip slip.
And I just got... I got
No, you don't want that, Virginia.
Yeah, and I just got my regular underwear for the first pair that will not count because we don't want no, ball crawl.
Okay.
Ball crawl.
Lip slip or ball crawls.
You don't want it. You don't want it. Not without a paywall, y'all.
Yeah,
No.
paywall.
Let's talk.
Paywall, we'll
Okay.
show you something.
Paywall, I'm here for.
You're okay for that.
Yeah, everybody's got a price.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go. 30 seconds are on the clock. We got Virginia and Jaybird with their strategies all set. They're both standing right now.
And I got a tribute T-shirt just for you on.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Jason, go F yourself.
Quite a tribute, that is.
Well, I just want to say good luck to you.
Okay. We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock here.
Predictions. You don't feel good about this, do you?
I know. I feel good about it. I mean, you asking if I feel good about you winning?
That's real. I just
Yeah. Now we got to pick out who we think is going to be the winner in this. I have seen you, and it's fresh in my mind with you putting on socks of falling backwards into the KVJ bar cart. And there's balance issues that often happen with things like this. And so for that reason, I would put my money on Virginia right now.
I got a secret weapon. I got some big tuna, my brother's underwear, for when it gets a little tight.
I have the tiniest underwear.
Yeah,
I just think on fabric alone, I mean, you can't beat this.
Well, I think birds might go on quicker. It's just a balance issue. And if he hadn't fallen into the bar cart on the socks thing, I'd be going with Bird because I think his strategy is better. I think Virginia's balance is better. But I'm just going to edge out Virginia on this. Suits, who are you going to pick out of the two? Is it going to be Virginia or Jaybird that wins this challenge? You're going Virginia. Okay, we got 2 for Virginia. Denny's, you got to choose the favorite Virginia or your boy Jaybird, who is going to put on more pairs of underwear in 30 seconds.
So in this case, I'm going to have to say Bird's going to say.
Oh, wow.
Where my birdies at?
Wow. Okay. All right. Denny's goes for Jaybird. All right, let's see who is right. We've got 30 seconds on the clock. The underwear is out here in World Record Wednesday. Bird versus Virginia. Head-to-head battle. The world record stands at 19 pairs of underwear put on in 30 seconds. Are our participants ready?
Yes. We're ready.
On your mark, get set, and go. All right, Bird is putting on the first pair underneath them. Virginia's already got 1. She is going for 2. She's calm, steady. The balance looks like it's favoring Virginia. Jaybird is going fast and trying to catch up. Virginia looks like she's 1 pair ahead of him right now. Maybe just another half one. Jaybird kind of stepped on the underwear there, went a little bit slower. You're halfway through with only 12 seconds left. Virginia continues to go slow and steady, but it looks like she has got a bit of the lead. Jaybird is feverishly putting his on as we get to 3, 2, 1, and done. Time is up. Oh, Jaybird just ripped and shredded a pair of underwear. Right at the end there, he stepped on it, so that one is not on. That's not on. That one is halfway up. It's got to be fully up and on, like you were going to leave the house with it. Okay, Virginia's counting up her underwear just to be sure that we got accuracy in this. I don't know that we have a world record, but we are going to have a winner, I think. One out of the other. You can start taking your drawers off. Virginia, on your count, how many pairs of underwear were you able to put on in 30 seconds?
I've got 8.
I have Virginia at 8, and I have Bird at 7.
Bird at 7. 1 behind the witch.
I kind of want to do it again.
Yeah, why?
Just because my pacing could have been faster.
You were slow and steady. I did notice that your balance was on point. You didn't waver at all. Jaybird was going faster. His balance was slightly off. So to me, if you can't do both, you want to go fast and maintain balance. But if you can't do both, I think slow and steady wins the underwear race.
I blew it. I left my headphones on, and my underwear kept getting tied to my headphone cord.
Okay, so you think you could do better. Bird, do you think you could do better?
I know I could.
Okay. All right, well, we got enough underwear. Maybe on the after the show, we'll give it a round 2. This is a practice, and we'll see if the results come out the same.
That's good because we don't get affected by ratings on the podcast. That's good.
Yeah. That's how I'll give you a chance to catch your breath. You a little winded over there?
Look, dog, I get really hard, always have.
He does go hard. Okay. Virginia is the winner. Jaybird's record goes to 0-1 in week 1 of World Record Wednesday. Yeah.
I definitely could have done more. I made some mistakes.
But you still won. That's the main thing.
Okay.
This is going to get, I can tell this is going to get very contentious.
You think there's going to be a lot of fighting that's going to happen? Yeah.
Will he win
Okay.
a single one this month?
All right.
Well, we'll find out next Wednesday, or you can tune into the after the show today. Going to be live on YouTube, or get it anywhere where you get your podcasts, like Spotify or the WRMF app. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, we got to make up or break up a little different than normal. A bride wanting to know if she should break up with her bridesmaids. You'll hear why coming up next on the KVJ Show.
Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. I can feel the paradise before my world implodes. And tonight had something wonderful. Every pure intention ends when the good times start. Falling over everything to reach the first time spark. It started under neon lights and then it all got dark. I only know how to go too far. My bad habits lead to late nights and in alone conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes staring into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out, now I can't escape. Nothing happens after two. It's true, it's true. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you. We took the long way round and burned till the fun ran out. Now my bad habits lead to late nights and in alone conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes staring into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out, now I can't escape. Nothing happens after two. It's true, it's true. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you.
Okay, is this a makeup or a breakup? A little different than just a relationship ending. This is a bride, and everything is great with her fiance. No problem there. The problem is with her bridesmaids. Should she break up with them? Why? Her email says, I'm getting married in 1 week, and I have been blessed that my wedding planning has been completely smooth with no problems or drama. Well, I should have known that it was too good to be true because I got a call from one of my bridesmaids last night. She told me to check a text thread that my bridesmaids had with each other talking about my wedding. They had set it up with each other to talk about their outfits, shoes, hair, and some other things that they're going to be bringing for the reception. But what stood out was a comment that my maid of honor had initiated saying that if she needed any help with her hair, that she would just go to my gay fiance. Another bridesmaid responded, shh, don't tell the bride he's gay. She doesn't know yet. Then a third bridesmaid responded with the dead emoji and a few rainbows. The bridesmaid who sent me this text thread is a friend of mine from college, and the other girls are friends that I've had from high school and before. The maid of honor is a childhood friend, and her mom and my mom are best friends. So to say that I am crushed is an understatement. I just don't know what to do. Do I ignore this entirely, deal with it after the wedding, or get rid of 3 of my 4 bridesmaids right before my wedding? My fiance has 4 groomsmen. My initial reaction is to kick all 3 girls out of the wedding and even uninvite them from attending. Am I just being emotional, or is this the right move?
Ooh.
What would you do here? I mean, is that enough? They're cracking jokes about how the bride doesn't even realize that her fiance is gay, and they're going to go to him for the fashion advice they need.
Are these jokes or
Well, I mean, again, things can get lost in communication, but the text thread was the one girl saying that I am going to go to her fiance, and they say, shh, don't tell her that he's gay. She doesn't know yet. And then the third one is the one is responding with, the ghost emoji, I'm dead, and then, rainbows. And so she's in cracking on it as well. I don't know. It's a little joke that they have.
So they're saying that the guy she's marrying is gay and she doesn't know it. That's what's going on.
But we don't know if it's real or if it's a joke. Like, I've met guys that are perfectly straight. They don't have any interest in dating men.
Yeah.
But they come off feminine. They come off, they like to hang out with the girls. They're flirty with the way they talk. And they come off different than your machismo guy.
Right.
And you might be kidding and saying, oh, I'd like him to do my hair because he's gay. Ha, ha, ha. And you're kidding.
Right.
The way I look at it is if these are people that I'm close with in my inner circle and it's bothering me, I just communicate. Go, if it's really bothering me, I would just say, what's all this about? Can we talk about this? Because wouldn't you rather just communicate, get your feelings out, talk about it, see what the heck's going on, instead of saying, I'm blowing it up, everyone's not invited, let's communicate.
Yeah, I would not blow it all up. I would do what Jay Bird said and talk to them and reach out and say, hey, I know you guys are joking around and whatever, but can we talk about it?
Will it make things really awkward on the wedding day, though, when they realize that the one bridesmaid who is friends from college and not probably tight with these other three girls kind of ratted them out to the bride? I would imagine that would make things a little awkward on the wedding day between her bridesmaids.
I feel like if these are people close enough that they're going to be your bridesmaid, I think, aren't we past of hiding emotions and not telling each other stuff? If you're pissing me off and you're rubbing me the wrong way, and this is a matter of the heart kind of a thing, let's handle our business.
And does your man act that? Does he act feminine? Does he prefer the company of girls? Does he, do hair? Those are all great qualities in a man. I actually like a feminine straight guy. I think they're more fun.
Well, they all know he's gay, and the wife...
Is he really gay, or is this just a joke?
Just talk to your friends.
Some of the comments coming in via text 877-979-WRMF. One says, kick them all out of it. It's rude and disrespectful, and it's out of line. So one says, be gone. Somebody else texted in, said, bridesmaids shouldn't be talking smack about the bride. They're truly not friends. Get rid of them.
Yeah, I would just call them out going, what the hell, y'all?
Well, they're not talking bad about the bride. They're talking bad about her man.
And I guess that would just be it. She's very upset that, you would talk smack about the man I'm about to marry. Our whole ceremony is about us being together, and you're making these kind of jokes behind my back.
A buddy of mine's got a theory. He says everybody talks about everybody behind their back. He goes, no matter what, even if they don't mean to do it in a malicious way, everybody does it, and that's just part of life. Do you agree with that?
Kinda.
I don't think everybody does, but I think a lot of people.
You may not broadcast it, but
I just think sometimes people can maybe appear jerky, talk bad about you, or just talk about you behind your back and not realize they're being jerky about it. I think it happens more than people realize.
Like, I tell Panda the real deal. I tell him everything about everyone. You can say I'm talking about you behind your back to Panda, but I mean... That's what people do. It's human nature. Yeah, it's venting, especially if somebody's frustrated you.
But that's different, though. That's talking about you're clowning your friend. You're clowning everyone.
You're clowning your friend's man
in a group.
Yeah.
And everybody else is in on the joke. And that's the thing, because other girls are responding with dead emoji and rainbows. So it's not just one girl's opinion.
And I don't think I don't think everyone does that kind of talking behind people's backs.
No,
they don't. I really don't.
No, it's different.
Somebody else said that my wedding had something similar. I had 7 bridesmaids, and 4 of them from college did something similar during my wedding. They were singing the Big Top Circus theme for all pre-wedding events, and after I got through the wedding, I cut them all off, and they were no longer friends. So because of what they did, and it's pretty much the same thing as what this bride is going through, she did not kick them out prior to the wedding, though. They were doing it during the events, and then afterwards, she's like, our friendship is over.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not all about trying to throw people into the cornfield to never be seen or heard from again. I get if someone's going to rub me the wrong way and we've got history, I want to get to the bottom of it and let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I know some people are saying, be gone, see you later.
One person said that the college friend who's your bridesmaid is a snitch and you need to kick her out of the wedding.
Oh, my gosh.
They didn't like the snitches.
What a twist.
Okay, so we got several different options here. What should this bride do with her bridesmaids? You could go with option number 1, Suits, in the KVJ TV poll, and that is kick the 3 bridesmaids out. You could have her talk to the bridesmaids but not kick out, or we'll throw in kick out the snitch friend.
Or option D, don't get married.
Oh, yeah, option D, let him go marry a man like he wants to.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. All right, well, interesting thought here. What are going to be the results of the makeup or breakup? We'll check in with your votes. You want to jump onto YouTube, you can get into the chat room right there and give us your thoughts. What would you do and how would you handle it?
Here's what's coming up on the Dirt of the Day. Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in your dirt, we'll give you the full scoop on exactly what Alec Baldwin was formally charged with, breaking down the details and what happened. Coming up in your dirt.
Entertainment updates 5 minutes after every hour from the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF. From the WRMF Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center. If you've been in an accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Well, at the moment, we're not seeing any major incidents being reported on 95 or the Turnpike this morning throughout both Palm Beach and Broward County. You're up to speed for the most part on your drive to work. Traffic, a service of Palm Beach Mitsubishi. I'm Suits, 97.9 WRMF.
The brand new Palm Beach Mitsubishi is the local leader in customer service with the best selection of fully reconditioned pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Palm Beach Mitsubishi, across from the Palm Beach Airport. PalmBeachMitsubishi.com.
This Friday,
let's have an adventure together.
Critics are raving about 80 for Brady.
I'm there.
It's heartwarming and hilarious.
Come on, ladies.
Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Rita Moreno, and Sally Field.
I'm in.
80 for Brady. Rated PG-13. Directed by Kyle Marvin.
They say they'll get your biggest tax refund. Jackson Hewitt says your biggest tax refund guaranteed. And a chance to double your tax refund. Thousands in weekly prizes during the Double Your Refund sweepstakes. Your biggest refund times 2, twice the money, so forget about them. File your taxes on the double at Jackson Hewitt today. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to U.S. residents 18 or older who file a 2022 federal tax return. Promotion ends 4/2/23. Visit jacksonhewitt.com for rules.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
So, the other day, I bought an extremely chatty...
Boring story time!
Make that an extremely catty cockatoo.
You're welcome!
Apparently, the pet store won't take it back. But hey, I'll manage.
I love that for you!
Just like I manage without home internet.
No, you don't!
Sure, my mobile hotspot is slow and makes streaming shows unbearable.
Aw, Bertie likes to stream!
But I'm making do. Oh no, who's this?
My lady friend! It's mating season, duh!
No home internet? It's not that bad. No, not there!
It is that bad. Don't settle. Switch to Xfinity and get one line of unlimited mobile and home internet together for $50 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit your local Xfinity store today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account, equipment tax, and fees extra. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of data usage. Offer ends 3/21/23.
3 little words no parent wants to hear.
My tummy hurts.
And it always seems to happen at the worst times. Like in the middle of the morning rush, when you still have homework to check and lunches to pack, and of course, you're already late for work. Luckily, there's Pepto Kids. Pepto Kids chewables provide fast relief for common stomach issues, turning those 3 words into these 3 words.
I feel better.
Bad time for stomach upsets? Good time for Pepto Kids chewables. Fast relief for little tummies. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The team at Cooling Advisors does it right the first time. Family owned and operated. That's so crucial. This team has over 70 years of experience, but they run it as a family business. They care about customer service. At Cooling Advisors, there's a live person answering the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So whenever your AC emergency happens, they jump into action. They know that you need it in South Florida and can't go a single day without your AC. Go Go to coolingadvisors.com. If you need a new system like I needed a couple years ago, they're going to give you a $500 coupon off the cost of your new system. Just go to coolingadvisors.com to set up your appointment today. They've got a live person answering the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they background screen and drug test all of their employees so you can feel super safe about whoever you bring into your home from Cooling Advisors. Go to coolingadvisors.com.
Strax is better than ever. New owners, new surgeons, new look. Visit StraxAesthetics.com to see the new Strax. Schedule your free consultation today to get the look you want. That's StraxAesthetics.com. Call 954-634-3333 now.
My wife was in a situation where she could not lose the weight, and she knew she needed to. 50 pounds was her goal, what her doctor told her. So what do you do when you're in a situation like this and maybe it's something you can't control? You've got weight gain, you're trying to lose weight, but you have a slowing metabolism. Maybe you've got a hormone imbalance, just like my wife did. It could be the effects of menopause too. Well, luckily, Red Mountain Weight Loss is here to help you out. I'm telling you, it moves the needle. You could lose 20 pounds by this time next month with their patented RM3 all-natural hormone that burns fat from your belly, hips, and thighs. You could regain your ideal body weight all the while eating real fresh food, and you're not going to feel starved or deprived. And the best thing, they ship the medication you need right to your door. So all you have to do is schedule your online consultation right now by dialing pound 250 from your cell phone and using the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. That's pound 250 Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Experience the Anajar and Levine difference. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
From the Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach studio, trade in and trade up to a new Kia for less with one of the area's largest selections of new Kias available. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Well, we've got a bride who got wind of a text thread that 3 of her 4 bridesmaids were having about a joke that her fiance was actually gay and they were going to go to him for fashion advice on how to look for the wedding. They found this out because one of the bridesmaids let the bride know. She just wants to know how to handle it. We got your thoughts on this with 3 different options on what the bride should do with her bridesmaids. 27% of you say that she should kick those 3 bridesmaids out of the wedding. The one problem I do see is her maid of honor, who sounds like she's the one that started this gay chat about her fiance, is also the daughter of the bride's mom's best friend. So you've got that dynamic going on where the maid of honor and now, okay, well, how's mom going to feel if you kick her best friend's daughter out of your wedding?
Deep roots.
Should go smooth.
That's not going to go well. 66% say talk to the bridesmaids about it. Now, likely what's going to happen, though, you will have the one bridesmaid who will be on the outs of the party because they'll be like, how did you know about that text thread? Clearly, it was on our phone, so how did you find out? Well, so-and-so showed me the text thread. So then all of a sudden, you're going to have 3 bridesmaids going to be hating on one of them.
Look, this is what happens when you gossip. It turns into the finale of a Survivor Series. People just blow up the spot, blow up the game.
And 5% of you want to kick out the snitch friend. That is the college bridesmaid. Just get rid of her for being a snitch.
Snitches get stitches.
Michelle's on here from Port St. Lucie. Added thoughts. What do you think about what this bride should do, Michelle?
Well, I definitely think that the one friend that showed her the text, shame on her for doing this a week before the wedding and really putting her in a position to where she has to make this sort of decision in her own head, I mean, why do it right before the wedding? If that's something that you wanted to present to her, is it a jealousy thing because she's, friends longer with these other girls? Or, we don't know the relationship between her and this college friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, shame on her for doing that and really just kind of throwing a wrench into the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, that is something, and I guess maybe she thought she was doing the right thing, saying, hey, you should know what your other bridesmaids are saying about your fiance behind your back. And maybe she thought she was being a good friend by doing that, but now it has definitely complicated the situation. There is a faction of people thinking that maybe she really needs to do some soul searching about whether or not her fiance is gay. because somebody said, hey, look, my sister married a guy years ago and everybody thought he was gay and she didn't think so. They ended up having 2 kids together. And then what do you know? A few years later, he tells her he wants a divorce because he wants to be with men.
It's a thing. Mm-hmm. And I think you have to be self-aware enough to know that sometimes under jokes, there's reality. And in this day and age, we can talk about it. You don't want to marry a man who wants to be with men. You want to marry a man who wants to be with a woman. So if this is opening up, saving you a lot of pain in the future from having to go through a messy divorce because this guy doesn't want to be with you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a conversation that should be had.
That's why I think you should talk to your friends.
Talk it through.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. Please let us know. Hopefully you have a good drama-free wedding. She was all excited because everything was drama-free. And then a week before, boom. Is there such a thing as a drama-free wedding? Does that happen?
Never.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I was going to say your second wedding was drama-free, but it was not drama-free.
Yeah. It just don't happen.
Girl, what you talking about?
Was your first wedding drama-free?
No.
Yeah, I guess not.
The groom was all the drama in that one.
They're tough. All right, got to make up or break up situation. Send us an email and we'll give you our ruling. Mail at kvjshow.com.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, Alec Baldwin has been formally charged with involuntary manslaughter in the death of Helena Hutchins. Of course, it happened back on the set in 2021, and here we are now in 2023, finally figuring out what they're going to do. I guess a big part of it is that Alec Baldwin, approached the responding deputies on the day of the shooting and said to them, and they have it on body cam, hey, I'm the one that fired the gun. And prosecutors show that he did have his finger on the trigger, which they're saying you shouldn't do. But
no, that's kind of gun safety 101 is that you never put your finger there in the loop that the trigger is in. Never put it in there until you are absolutely ready to fire. Oh. So you always have your finger straight outside of that trigger loop.
They say he also never attended pre-filming firearms training and then only minimal training for like 30 minutes on set right before it was supposed to go down. And they say, too, like during that time when they were supposed to be training him, he was actually on his phone with his family and wasn't really paying attention to the training.
He's that old hat. I've been here before.
Yeah.
It's a prop gun. Why do I care?
And why was a real bullet in a prop gun? That's just messed up.
I think what's going to be interesting to see what takes a bigger precedent in this trial. Is it going to be worried more about whether or not Alec Baldwin really did pull the trigger, or what the heck, man? Why do we have the live ammo on this set? And then who's truly responsible for that? The armorer's got to have some, but how guilty is Alec Baldwin that there was real ammo on this set?
Great question. And how much falls on Alec from being the guy that pulled the trigger and from being the production company and the producer that should have had a better gun safety protocol?
That's the big question.
It's going to be a lot to unravel, but they are moving ahead with going after him. In other news, Madonna, I guess, is talked about how she proposed to Vanilla Ice when they were dating back in the 90s.
This is Vanilla Ice. He actually is doing a podcast, and the girl who's hosting the podcast is asking him about his relationship back in the 90s with Madonna and what it was about. Because Madonna in November talked about how she's going to be dropping this tell-all sex book and all the escapades of her career, especially in the 90s when she was with Dennis Rodman and Vanilla Ice and all these interesting characters.
Has that book hasn't dropped yet?
I don't think it has. I think she announced in November it was coming out, and I don't think it's been out, but I really don't follow the career of Madonna much.
I think it does well, in your opinion? It sells a lot?
I don't think it will do massive.
You don't? Okay.
I think it'll do okay. I think it'll be, decent. I don't know if anybody cares about Madonna's sex life from 30 years ago.
That's my question. Does anyone give a crap unless she drops a bunch of names? And even then, would anybody give a crap?
I think maybe, how would you be surprised? Virginia might care. I'm not going to care.
I just wonder if it's going to...
I want to know who she hooked up with, because she did a lot of hooking up, and she's talked about a lot of it, but there's got to be some that she hasn't spoken on
But
yet.
is that something the masses want to hear? I don't know. That's my question.
They say that there was a script about the Madonna biopic, but she scrapped it because it wasn't scandalous enough. She wanted more dirt in it, and she didn't think that they went dirty enough.
She's always been good at getting people to talk about her.
I'm in.
She's always had a gift for that. So,
I love it.
Yeah, and she's got this big tour that's coming up, and there's got to be a lot of pressure on her because she had been playing theaters. She was playing, for instance, like a theater in Miami Beach, when she was down there. But now she's going to be playing the stadiums.
Oh, she was doing the Jackie Gleason theater?
She was doing Jackie Gleason, I believe, the last couple times through South Florida.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so this one is going to be not a theater tour. This is a stadium tour. So she's going to want a lot of hype to sell those tickets. So I imagine she's going to be bringing it. So Vanilla Ice may be sensing this. It's like, maybe I need to just cut Madonna off at the pass. Let me get my version of me dating Madonna out there before this book drops.
Let's get ahead of this thing.
Yeah, let's get ahead of this thing.
This makes him have more credibility, I think. I mean, hooked up with Madonna when she was major.
Let me get my version. Now, yeah, Madonna was riding high. She was at the prime of her career, and, he was still riding high with Ice Ice Baby. So here he is talking about that relationship from the 90s.
And I didn't know what was going on. Like I told you, my whole life is a snow globe. You think Justin Bieber had it crazy? Right. You have no idea. You have no idea what I had to go through. Holy moly. And at this point, everything is so weird around me. It's just like at this point, I don't know what's up or down. Like I told you, snow globe was shaking up.
Yeah, so his career is taking off, going crazy. Everything is just a blur for him.
That's what ruined it between me and her, is because she put me in that book. So that book came out and I saw it was so slutty. I didn't want to be a part of it. And I said, how could you do that to me? And why did you do that to me? I'm doing my own thing. She even proposed to me. I mean, things were going so crazy and fast, man. I was just like, what? I thought the guy was supposed to do that. What do you mean? This is too fast. I'm just getting started here and I'm way too young for this.
Yeah, so this was going on. Madonna came out with her first sex book in the 90s. I think the cover was she was hitchhiking naked, if I remember the cover from that.
And she looked good.
She talked about Vanilla Ice in that book, and that's where he's like, okay, wait a minute, like what's going on here, man?
How does that work legally? Do you have to let Vanilla Ice know I'm writing about you?
I don't think so.
That is, man.
It's your truth, Jay Bird.
And if it really happened, they can't.
If Vanilla Ice doesn't want her to write about hooking up with her, then he shouldn't have hooked up with her.
Yeah, true. You can say your truth.
Speak your truth.
Yeah, he's got to prove it. Now, at this time in his life, Vanilla Ice is 23 years old. His star is rising. Madonna's 32, so she's 9 years older than him, and she's dropping a proposal on Vanilla Ice, and he's like, wait, what?
When you take away the factor of two celebrity-isms, the way other people view each person, you have two people that have to deal with two people, and it's just basically her and I. And at that point, it wasn't anything different than any other normal relationship, really. I mean, other than when we'd go out in public, it would be different because we'd have to wear masks and disguises.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, masks and
How about
disguises.
that, huh?
Kinky.
That's kind of crazy. All right, fascinating stuff.
It would be a lot dating Madonna. It would.
But dating Madonna back in Desperately Seeking Susan, when she was amazing and mysterious and sexy and everything. I mean, there is no better era for her than that Desperately Seeking Susan. She was so hot.
But it would be a lot.
It would be a fun roller coaster. Strap in. I think I'm hats off to you, Vanilla Ice. That's huge feather in your cap.
Yep.
And finally here, Jay Bird, I am coming to an end. It's over.
Dr. Filthy.
It's over for me.
I can't believe it, Kevin.
After the current season, they say Dr. Phil will be done. He's been doing that show since 2002.
I wasn't sure you were talking about, because our Nancy Grace and our Dr. Phil sound the same.
They must be from the same neighborhood. Where everyone talks like this.
Loud.
I'm going to tell you how it is, and I know better than everyone. That's Nancy Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dr. Phil going off the air after doing it for this long, since 2002.
But he'll do the thing that Oprah does where he'll have some other YouTube channel that's part of another network where he's still getting paid. I ain't buying it, filthy.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife. Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm going to tell you, Chad Ochocinco Johnson is kind of an interesting cat. I follow him on Twitter. If you don't know who he is, he's a former NFL football player. In fact, he did very well. He played like 11 seasons in the NFL. He's a Pro Bowler, like 6 of those seasons, something like that. But I mean, he was a very big name and a top of his game as an NFL wide receiver for much of his career.
He's also been a little squirrely, too.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
I'm not sure about that. I don't know that he is yet. I don't remember him being inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but I could definitely see it happening with the numbers that he has in his career. But the number that probably is most impressive is what's going on with his bank account. Now, Sports Illustrated estimated that 80% of retired NFL players go broke in their first 3 years out of the league. 80%. So what did Chad Ochocinco Johnson do to not go broke? And one of the things that makes him so fascinating now, he often will go out to dinner and leave $1,000 tips for the people that are there and then take the receipt and write a Bible verse on it or something like that and, really say, hey, this is about paying it forward and doing something cool. And he's always kind of doing something like that. So he's still clearly got a little bit of money to be able to do that. So how did he do it back in the league to not be broke now?
I ain't flying private. Spirit. Put me on Spirit. Exit row. Window seat. That's all I need. Long as I get from point A to point B.
He's like, I'm not flying private. People are like, dude, you got to fly private. He's like, no, I'm flying Spirit Airlines, man.
You realize how much money you can save if you don't care about that stuff, and
right.
You can save so much money. You always talk about that one guy. I forget who it is. He mows his own lawn because he saw how much.
That's Rick Ross in Atlanta.
Yeah, he goes, I'm saving so much money by doing my own lawn.
If they're smart, they're doing that because you're right. There's a lot of things, and flying private is one of the easiest and quickest ways to just pee away your money. It's a very expensive trip.
I've flown private like a couple times and it was awesome, but I agree with him. On somebody else's dime, it's great. I would never pay for it. I couldn't justify it if I had to pay and it cost me what it cost to fly private.
Are we talking, triple, quadruple what it normally costs or even more?
More than that.
Wow,
it's
not
insane.
worth it.
Yeah, it's way more than triple or quadruple.
Yeah. So what else did Chad Ochocinco Johnson do to save his money?
I don't need private. If you can get to a point in your career where your name becomes bigger than anything you can purchase, there's your value. Wow. My name itself, Ochocinco at one point, even still to this day, is bigger than, why am I driving a Ferrari? Why am I driving a Rolls Royce and I'm Ocho? Oh, we talk about jewelry and watches and chains. Never bought real anything when I was playing. Never. What was the point? I went to Claire's.
So
yes, for what? What am I doing it for? The women don't deal with you anyway because of who you are.
Right.
And then the other women who really doing their homework, don't Google how much you're making already.
Right.
Why am I buying a $50,000 watch? What's the point?
Quit to Claire's.
Yeah, he saved 83% of his playing salary by doing things by buying knockoff jewelry and flying Spirit rather than flying private.
He saved 87% of what he made?
83%.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now he can just chill.
Yeah, and the cool thing about him, I see, because he's always in different cities doing different things. In fact, one thing he's known for is he'll play a lot of fans in video games because you can do it. He's like, who wants to play me right now? And they'll hop on, you can play Chad Ochocinco. When he flies to other cities, he'll get on Twitter and be like, hey, for $1,000, who can pick me up? So he'll have a fan pick him up and they'll drive him around. He'll just hire them to be like his little private driver. And so he's really great at interacting with people, always asking for, hey, where should I go eat? He was in Atlanta last weekend and getting some feedback on that. So pretty cool that he did that. And just a smart dude to save his money like that.
That's funny.
Is Claire's still around? I used to go in there and buy fake ass stuff.
I think it is. Magnolia got her ears pierced there. They have a lot of little costume jewelry. And who cares? You don't know if it's real or fake.
I bought all my fake glasses there. You know, the ones that try to make you look smart. You always get them at Claire's.
Gas station glasses.
Yeah, well, the ones, their specs appeal.
Yeah. All right. Did you know that 1 in 6 people run a background check on their online dates?
You should.
You should.
6 in 6 should.
Right. It's only 1 in 6, they say right now. So I'm just kind of curious. Did it save you from a disastrous or possibly even dangerous date?
Yeah.
Bird's got a story.
I have a couple of stories.
What did you discover when you did a background check on your online date before you went out? You can let us know. 877-979-WRMF.
I could have my Gucci on. I could wear my Louis Vuitton. But even with nothing on, bet I made you look. I made you look. I'll make you double take soon as I walk away. Call up your chiropractor just in case your neck break. Ooh, tell me what you gonna do? Ooh. Cause I'm about to make a scene, double up that sunscreen. I'm about to turn the heat up, gonna make your glasses steam. Ooh, tell me what you gonna do? Ooh. When I do my walk, I can guarantee your job will drop. Cause they don't make a lot of what I got. Ladies, if you feel me, this your pop. I could have my Gucci on. I could wear my Louis Vuitton. But even with nothing on, bet I made you look. I made you look. Yeah, I look good in my Versace dress. But I'm hotter when my morning hair's a mess. Cause even with my hoodie on, bet I made you look. I made you look. And once you get a taste, you'll never be the same. This ain't that ordinary, this that 14 karat cake. Ooh, tell me what you gonna do? Ooh, when I do my walk, I can guarantee your job will drop. Cause they don't make a lot of what I got. Ladies, if you feel me, this your pop. I could have my Gucci on. I could wear my Louis Vuitton. But even with nothing on, bet I made you look. Said I made you look. Yeah, I look good in my Versace dress. Take it off, but I'm hotter when my morning hair's a mess. Cause even with my hoodie on, bet I made you look. Said I made you look.
Aha, that is a new one from Meghan Trainor. Seems like the number should be higher, but at least 1 in 6 people are running background checks on their online dates. I mean, you never know what you're going to get. In fact, there is a very scary story that just resolved itself in the state of Oregon about this very thing. A man accused of kidnapping and torturing a woman in Oregon this month was finally taken into custody after an hours-long standoff with authorities. This went down last night. And apparently what he was doing, he was finding his victims by going onto dating apps.
Damn.
Yeah, I would always suggest if you don't know the person you're talking with, just Google their name. See if anything comes up. Google their full name if you can get it. Type in mugshot. And see if something comes up. It's happened to me because I'd hung out with this person, this girl, and at first everything seemed kind of cool. And then you get a weird feeling. Like,
yeah.
And I didn't Google it. I did not. And I Googled. I go, damn. She has some priors here.
Really?
Yeah.
Multiple?
It looked like multiple. If I remember right, I know part of it was she got into some kind of domestic dispute.
Oh.
I'm going, I don't know.
She likes to beat men.
And then something, of course, weird happened.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
My
it.
inside served me well.
Yeah, if anything comes up at all that makes you question, this may not be a person you want to meet face to face because you don't know what could happen. That Oregon story to me is just chilling. That's crazy. That's where he was finding his victims, was doing online dates. So definitely needs to be a higher number than 1 in 6. We asked on the KVJ Show Facebook page, what happened when you did a background check? What did you discover? Susan said, I discovered that the guy wasn't from Ireland like he was saying. He was actually a Nigerian living in Boynton Beach. Needless to say, there was no first date.
That's before, so y'all didn't even meet, nothing. No FaceTime.
And that's what's great about it. I mean, you gotta do this kind of stuff.
I'm noticing a lot more people are talking about just saying FaceTime or do some kind of phone to phone where you can see the person before. 'Cause sometimes people will just go out with only texting and social media DMs kind of back and forth, and they don't have a one-on-one kind of a moment on the FaceTime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you say that's a better move?
Totally.
Well, if you're a woman and said, hey, can we FaceTime before we meet, and the guy doesn't want to, don't you think that's suspect?
I totally do. If you ask and he doesn't want to do it, you're probably getting catfished.
Or something weird's going down.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody's got the ability to FaceTime.
Jones said that what I discovered doing a background check for an online date, they had done 11 years in prison for involuntary manslaughter due to the overdose of someone they sold something to.
Whoa.
I didn't go on the date, never talked to him again.
Wow.
Yeesh.
That might probably come back up.
And you just know that he was in that world. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need that heat.
It's heavy right off the bat.
Yeah.
Right.
I love this one. It says, I found out that he was married with 5 kids, but I kept the first date. I just invited his wife to attend with me.
Dang.
Oh, he had a wife too.
Oh my gosh. Why didn't you call me? I want to get the other booth and just video.
And listen to this little plot twist too. It says he was shocked and then started yelling at me as if I was the bad guy.
It's hilarious. That's when you throw a drink in his face.
Oh, he's psychotic.
Get back to reality.
Well, he had turned into the rat. He knew he was caught. He was backed in a corner. He was doing whatever he could.
Showing his true colors. You're a dirtbag.
Yeah.
I hope his wife left him too.
Yeah. Somebody said you ought to watch John on Netflix. Dirty John.
Dirty John, yeah.
It's about online dating, taken out of the headlines. It's so good. The second season is even just as good with a whole different storyline with Christian Slater.
It's just... It can be a cesspool out there, Virginia. Y'all are in that world. Y'all are hitched up. Mm-hmm. It's a jungle out there.
I still say the best way to date somebody is through a friend or family that already knows them and has vetted them.
Oh, you don't think Tinder's the right way?
No. When you meet these strangers, and then strangers are strange, y'all.
Well, dating's awkward anyway and weird.
Yeah.
And even if you do, let's say your family member introduces you to somebody. The beginning stages of trying to, you guys should get together. It can be kind of awkward anyway.
It can.
Then you throw in, the strangeness out there.
It's a crazy world you're in over there, Bird. I feel for you, bruh.
I tell you what.
One text from the 954 says, I did a background check that informed me that the guy I was talking to online had been arrested for child pornography.
Yeah.
I did not go on a date and blocked his calls.
Whoa.
He was arrested for it? Dang.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. That's some crazy stuff. That's why the number needs to be higher than 1 in 6 doing background checks on your online dates.
Amen.
And an update on the guy in Oregon that was actually stalking women and torturing them when he would go on dates with them. Somebody texted in and said, I've got direct ties to this story. This guy was in the hospital yesterday and nobody knew until his accomplice told authorities. Yes, there is another person involved in hiding him. He had a weapon and was basically walking around looking for this woman and anyone helping her.
Wow.
So there's going to be more to that Oregon story coming out today, apparently.
He had an accomplice.
That's what the text is saying.
Oh, my.
Yeah, there's a lot of those stories.
It's true. Yep. All right, well, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, Virginia went in really hard on Tom Brady today. Apparently, it has gotten back to him. He is a bit shook, and he has made a major announcement about what Virginia had to say. I'll let you know what Tom's saying now, coming up next.
From the WRMF Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center. If you've been in an accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
We have a crash tying you up currently in Broward County. This one is on the Turnpike northbound just beyond the exit for Coconut Creek Parkway. Look for a right lane blocked in that area. Traffic and service of Palm Beach Mitsubishi. I'm Suits, 97.9 WRMF.
It's Valentine's Day every day in February at Palm Beach Mitsubishi. Feel the love with huge discounts off MSRP. Cha-ching! You make it to Palm Beach Mitsubishi and we'll make it happen. Palm Beach Mitsubishi, across from the Palm Beach Airport. PalmBeachMitsubishi.com.
I can tell you, I have Often spent money on the wrong things and regretted it. But there is one expense I had 8 or 9 years ago that it was worth every single penny and then some. Getting a LASIK procedure at Panu Laser is one of the best things that I have done. I am not a fan of wearing glasses, definitely not a fan of wearing contact lenses. I couldn't get those dang things in my eyes. But if you feel like I do and you don't like squinting either, this is a great option. It's a lot more affordable than you'd ever think. And there are a lot of people that do provide LASIK procedures, maybe even at a better price. I don't know, but you don't want to go to them because you are talking about your eyes too. Things can be complicated and go wrong, unfortunately. So that's why you want a guy that uses only state-of-the-art lasers and has the experience of over 50,000 procedures done. And that's Dr. Mutiel at Panu Laser. You can get a payment plan too for up to 24 months with zero down, zero interest. You need no money for 2 full years. Say my name to get an additional $500 off when you go to PanuLaser.com. PANNU Laser.com.
This Friday,
Let's have an adventure together.
critics are raving about 80 for Brady.
I'm there.
It's heartwarming and hilarious.
Come on, ladies.
Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Rita Moreno, and Sally Field.
I'm in.
80 for Brady. Rated PG-13. Directed by Hal Marvin.
If you're thinking about any kind of plastic surgery, big or small, maybe little stuff, maybe big stuff, they can handle all of it at the Aqua Plastic Surgery Center. I love the team that Dr. Rankin has put together. It is an amazing team of experts that are loved and respected by their patients because they give beautiful results. Go online. Go check out the before and after pictures at aquaplasticsurgery.com. Go see what the patients are writing. Go read the testimonials about their beautiful surgical experience, about their results, and about how they love the atmosphere and the vibe. It's so crucial when you're picking a surgeon and you're picking a surgery center that you love everything about it, from the nursing staff to the surgeon to the support staff. It really is important that you feel safe, and that is how you're going to feel at Aqua Plastic Surgery. Go to aquaplasticsurgery.com.
All you gotta do is dial Pal Morgan and Morgan. All you gotta do is dial Pal. Yeah. An army of attorneys ready to serve. America's largest injury law firm. Fighting for full and fair compensation. Dial now for a free case evaluation. Fight for your right, no fee unless we win. Best believe that we'll battle to the end. Dial Pound Law, that's all. Or log on to forthepeople.com. Come on, all you gotta do is dial Pound Law. Come on, all you gotta do is dial Pound Law.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Come on, all you gotta do is dial Pound Law.
Hey, it's Jay Verdo. I love Dunkin' so much, and they're so good to me. They came in yesterday and brought us donuts galore. I got Dunkin' tumblers, all kind of Dunkin' gear.
Oh, I've got a video for you of my kid when he found the donuts that you sent home for me to give him. Nothing makes people smile like Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, I brought them all. I brought so many to my brother. He ate every single one of them. So Dunkin' making us happy. Head to Dunkin' today. Become a DD Perks member. They'll put a smile on your face as well. I'm Jay Bird, and I run on Dunkin'.
South Florida weather is 15 seconds away from the H. Gregg West Palm Beach Weather Center.
Drive into love with hgreg.com on Military Trail. Whatever your taste or budget is, they've got a huge inventory of vehicles with a perfect match for you and your loved ones to make this Valentine's Day special. hgreg.com. Save more, drive happy.
Waking up to the 60s this Wednesday morning with only a few clouds, mostly sunny in the afternoon. Highs in the low to mid 80s. In the mid 80s once again for your Thursday and Friday, with showers returning into the forecast later on Friday. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Jennifer Correa for 97.9 WRMF.
This report is sponsored by Dunkin'. This Valentine's Day, Dunkin's got the perfect pairings to show your love. A dozen brownie batter donuts and a cocoa mocha signature latte. Or make them swoon with a strawberry dragon fruit Dunkin' refresher with a Cupid's Choice donut. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Break, moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
What's hot now on the KVJ Show?
T-Bird's making some pretty good-looking raps these days. Not too bad. If you want to see how Jaybird's making raps and what they look like, you can jump onto the KVJ Show Facebook page or any of our social media platforms.
Not snack pack songs, real raps.
Yeah, WRAPS. It looks like they were made in a restaurant.
My brother's teaching me because he that's his world.
He's a chef.
That's what he does for a living. So he's teaching me all the little tricks.
It's fantastic. And Jaybird is sharing those tricks and showing you what he's able to accomplish in the kitchen.
I should show you what I can do with the tomato.
Yeah.
It'll blow you away.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds sexy and fascinating. Can I video it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, let's put this behind the paywall, too.
Yeah. Sounds like you're going to need to. We are on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We are on TikTok and Twitter. Just go to any of those platforms and look for the KVJ Show.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Virginia was very harsh to Tom Brady on the show earlier this morning, talking about his ex-wife, Gisele Bündchen, doing a tell-all with Vanity Fair and what was going to come out about Tom being a bad father and absentee, and how
I never
he's
used
decided
the
to...
word bad father. Don't put words in my mouth unless you want me to come for you.
No, I have to go back and listen to that.
I
but,
said he was absent, and he chose football and playing football.
Can you be an absent father and be a good father?
His wife thought he was retiring. His kids thought he was retiring. And then he said, never mind, after 3 weeks, and went back to football. And they were all excited at first, and then they were disappointed, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I could give a frog's fat ass what happens. I just like going on Team Tom just to rile up the witch.
So Virginia goes off on Tom Brady over an hour ago, and I guess he heard it, and then he goes and sits sadly by the ocean right here in Florida. Tampa Bay. I don't know exactly which ocean he's by because all I see is the beautiful seagrass behind him.
It could have been the
condos.
Gulf.
Yeah, I don't know where it could have been. But he's definitely in Florida, and he sits and solemnly talks to the camera and makes this announcement.
I'll get to the point. I'm retiring for good. I know the process was a pretty big deal last time, so when I woke up this morning, I figured I'd just press record and let you guys know first. So I won't be long-winded. Like, you only get one super emotional retirement essay, and I used mine up last year, so... really, thank you guys so much to every single one of you for supporting me. My family, my friends, my teammates, my competitors. I could go on forever. There's too many. Thank you guys for allowing me to live my absolute dream. I wouldn't change a thing. Love you all.
Boy, you thought Gisele was tough on Tom. I think Virginia broke him.
Oh, he heard it.
Yeah.
You think he heard it?
He did.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell Giselle's got an article coming out. He's got to come back with.
He is. He's
very fair. Okay, let me do something.
I've seen a lot of that today. People trying to get ahead of it.
She was right.
Yeah.
I should have retired. Only thing is, you about, 12 months too late.
Well, you only want to fight one battle at a time. So if he sees a Gisele Vanity Fair battle coming his way, and at the same time he's fighting rumors of, are you retiring or you're not retiring? Because, they had a narrative yesterday going, and it was a good narrative, actually, because the San Francisco 49ers have the number one defense in the NFL and a solid team, but you could clearly see from their loss on Sunday, they need a quarterback. And their one quarterback they had is not going to be back for at least 6 months. The starting quarterback, they don't know if is any good. Tom Brady is from that part of the world. He's a Northern California guy. It's a plug and play. With a good quarterback, the 49ers are a Super Bowl winning team. They just got to get the right guy. And who better than to bring the golden boy back home and let him win another ring with the 49ers. So that was the narrative yesterday. So today, for him to go right in on it, man, he's leaving no doubt.
He's hurt. He's tired. He's old. He knows he can't do it.
That video, he's on the beach getting ready for a Hurricane Gisele. The wind is coming.
Yeah. Cat 5.
He's hunkering down. He's building.
He also realizes he's got a major broadcasting career in front of him as a commentator.
Oh.
He'll make more doing that, and his body won't have to get banged up.
Hurricane Gisele is coming, and she's bringing hell with her.
And she's going to sack his ass.
Oh, yeah. Biggest sack of his career.
Here it comes. You better duck, bro.
Yep.
Oh, Tom.
Wow. All right. Well, there you go. Lots of dirt getting flung around here today on the KVJ Show, and we got more coming up for you with your confessions. What kind of dirt do you want to self-report? You can remain anonymous when you text us 877-979-WRMF. Your confession's next.
Tell me what you really like. Baby, I can take my time. We don't ever have to fight. Just take it step by step. I can see it in your eyes, 'cause they never tell me lies. I can feel that body shake and the heat between your legs. You've been scared of love and what it did to you. You don't have to run. I know what you've been through. Just a simple touch and it can set you free. We don't have to rush when you're alone with me. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. You are not the single type, so baby, this the perfect time. I'm just trying to get you high, faded off this touch. We don't need a lonely night, so baby, I can make it right. You just gotta let me try to give you what you want. You've been scared of love and what it did to you. You don't have to run. I know what you've been through. Just a simple touch and it can set you free. We don't have to rush when you're alone with me. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. You've been scared of love and what it did to you. You don't have to run. I know what you've been through. Just a simple touch and it can set you free. We don't have to rush when you're alone with me. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I know what you feel like feeling coming. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I feel it coming, baby. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. I know what you feel right now.
All right, we all do some mischievous things. We just want to hear about it today in your confessions. They can remain anonymous here. So text them in, 877-979-WRMF. You can even call if you're so bold. You can let us know. I just like hearing about the dirt and the things that people would like to bring up and confess to us. Some of these confessions, you can tell that people are actually proud of themselves for what they've done. They don't think it's that bad. They think they're just very clever. We'll take it all. 877-979-9763. This text here says, I was a great dad when my kids were little. I could make them laugh, and we played and had lots of fun. Now that they're teenagers, I'm lost, and I hate it. I miss my little kids so much.
Oh, that one's a bit sad.
It's interesting perspective.
When you realize your kids don't want to hang with you, you kind of probably start to see the signs. You can tell.
It is a challenge, man. Your kids, when you engage with them when they're at a younger age, man, they engage right back, and it just makes you feel good, and it feels easier. with a lot of teenagers, I know I have one, it just feels like it's more of a challenge, and you feel like you're singing for your supper and you're not getting anything back in return.
I mean, I guess I was lucky because I really, especially with my dad, because he would play baseball with me and he'd catch me and do all that stuff. So we kind of hung out like friends too.
Yeah.
I was lucky on that. I liked hanging out with him, but I can see how that can happen.
Mm-hmm. It does, and I think for a lot of it, I have to realize, with my son Cannon, it took a little while. He's a little bit more reserved. He's kind of like his dad. He's a little laid back. And so, you sit there and talk a lot. He's not gonna yap your ear off.
Yeah.
You're thinking, man, does this kid even like me?
Is he happy to be here?
Yeah. Gosh,
And just here, by here I mean like life.
he's like, why can't my dad be like Tom Brady and leave?
Yeah, why can't you move to Tampa, Dad?
Right. Why do you always have to be here? Be like other fathers. Just go. This confession says, my wife occasionally asks me, what would you do if I died? I just don't have the heart to tell her that I've actually got a list in the Notes app on my phone.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I wonder how many couples are always just going, boy, if she just would die, or if he would just die, I'd be happy.
He's got a fishing boat, by a bar.
Oh.
This confession says, for years I've told my husband not to pee on the toilet seat, but he still does. So now I just wipe his pee up using his bath towel. He assumes and thinks I'm just over it. Oh no, if he only knew the truth.
I mean, I don't think you should ever go to war in the house, but clean up your pee, dude.
That you can put the seat up. Like, it's not that hard.
He's not taking any kind of approach, and he thinks, you know what, I got her trained. I'm going to pee wherever I want like a man does, and she's going to take it.
Nah, kind of what happens. That's just gross.
It is gross.
Yeah.
Well, what happens if you have to go number 2 and then you sit in your pee and you're like, oh, wait a minute, that's backfired.
Wait a minute, real men sit in their own pee, Virginia.
This confession says, I played one-on-one basketball against my 12-year-old son. He beat me 10-5, and I was fuming. So without him knowing, the last few weeks I've been secretly practicing after he goes to bed. We just had a rematch, and I lost 15-0.
Whoa.
It's tough.
There is that point. You talked about it when you kind of flip places athletically with your son.
When you know you give it your all and you cannot beat your kid in an athletic endeavor.
Can you beat Cannon one-on-one basketball if you're trying your hardest versus him trying his hardest?
I don't think I can now.
Really?
I don't think I can now.
Can your kid catch you if you take off full speed?
Yes, he can. He's faster than I am now.
Me and Rocco play that, and I barely get away. And I'm just waiting for the day when he can catch me.
I think it's really tough for guys, at least it is for me, if you ever had any kind of dreams of sports glory, to realize that your body is failing you and your kid's is like just taking off in his prime. It's tough. And then you also think, because you always want to feel like you have the power over, especially if you have a son. Like, I could still whoop his ass. You think?
Could you, if it all came down, if Cannon turned on you?
I think I could, because he's just got too gentle of a spirit.
Yeah, you've been to the fire.
Yeah,
I got a little pirate you know what's
in me.
behind the curtain.
Yeah, if I had to, I don't care, man. I'll gouge my son's eyes out.
Don't come for daddy.
Yeah. This confession says, back in high school, I would steal my dad's condoms until I overheard my mom once accusing him of having an affair, all because he was out of condoms when she initiated sex.
Oh.
I never confessed, but I did quit stealing them.
Yeah, dude, go buy your own. You're making trouble at home? What are you doing?
Wow. Dad's like, I don't know. They're all gone.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm. This confession says, I bought the same coffee machine as we have in the office so I can steal the capsules for use at home. It gives me such a rush when I do. That's the little things, I guess, huh?
It is.
Yeah. This one said, my ex-boyfriend broke up with me because the New York Giants made the playoffs and he knew he wouldn't have the time to give me the attention I always demand from him. Well, then when the Giants finally lost to the Eagles, I signed him up for every Philadelphia fan email newsletter I could find. I would never have imagined that there were more than 40. Okay, there you go. Some passive-aggressive confession. This one said, my husband and kids claim to hate the Aldi knockoff cereals and only eat the expensive name brand ones. Little do they know that they've Been eating the Aldi ones for years out of the name brand boxes I keep recycling.
Dang.
In my experience, the generic sometimes has more sugar.
Okay.
It's got bigger volume in there.
You can argue that a lot of the Publix, the Krogers, whatever that brand might be, typically, they're the same recipes, same quality ingredients.
We did it with pasta. I gave my family the pasta taste test of all the fancy pastas and the Publix brand pasta. They all picked Publix.
Yeah, I'm in that cereal world that I have noticed the brand names seem to be, when you open them up, they're way less than they used to be compared to the generic. Got Fruity Pebbles the other night. It was half a bag.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what are we doing? Post?
Yep. This confession says, I came home very drunk last weekend and tried to go to the bathroom in the dark before bed. Bathroom is to the right, laundry room is to the left, and I was so drunk I got it backwards. My wife was irate in the morning, and I am still trying to help her figure out which of our kids peed in the clean laundry basket. Dude. Yeah, it's terrible.
How drunk were you? Were you rushing for a frat?
And now the next day he's trying to blame it on the innocent children.
But just let her think it was the kids and let it blow over, because she'll come down on you much harder than she would on the kids.
It's true. That is a true adage. Absolutely. Dads and husbands know. This confession says, my wife and I did the hall pass thing where you get to choose one person you can sleep with consequence-free.
That's dangerous.
I hate that game.
I hate that game.
That's such a dumb game.
It's so dumb. Why would you do that in your relationship?
It says here, she chose Ryan Reynolds. I chose Layla from work. I haven't been allowed to a work function since.
You're doing it all wrong.
I think that's just such a dumb game.
Yeah, not doing it right. This confession says, my former neighbors partied 4 times a week with loud music, booze bottles everywhere, and rando cars.
Oh my gosh, it sounds amazing.
The husband clearly also sold drugs, too. We couldn't take it anymore, so we finally put our house up for sale. And we took $10,000 less just to sell it to the cop.
Oh, dang.
Pretty smart move.
It's a power move there.
That is a power move. And this one said, I suspected my brother-in-law stole a few of my adult toys when he helped me move. What? It was confirmed when my sister told me about the sexy gift basket he gave her. I didn't have the heart to tell her that they were mine.
Ooh.
That is twisted, isn't it? Dang.
This guy is a creep. I think you have to tell your sister.
I'm wondering that,
He stole your adult toys and gave them to your sister? And you know for a fact it's your stuff because he's the one that was moving them?
I feel like that's the right move, right?
You're twisted. You're off.
I would tell my sister.
You would? Okay.
I would. I absolutely would.
I almost text that back to him. You need to tell your sister. That's kind of messed up.
Do not keep his secret. He's creepy, and he's got more secrets that you don't know about.
He's getting off on this.
He is.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, some interesting things. Thank you always for the confessions. You can get them into us, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Got a lot of animal news here in the Whacked Out News today, but we're going to start in the cryptozoology department.
Okay.
A data analyst found the spots with the most Bigfoot sightings. And the correlation they discovered, they also tend to have the most black bears. You ever seen a black bear walking around on its hind legs, Virginia?
Damn, them two look alike.
Yeah, they say that there is an average of 1 Sasquatch sighting for every 900 black bears in any given area. The only exceptions, Texas and Florida.
Yeah.
That's the only place where the formula did not work.
We got that Florida skunk ape.
Mm-hmm.
You got that Florida black bear.
We also got, there's been sightings of the Florida Sasquatch here in the middle of the states as well. There's tales of that.
Okay.
Ocala area.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you're going to see him on stage for some upcoming festivals. Bigfoot in the snack pack, throwing out cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be. A couple other animal stories. Not all of them are great, including this disturbing one out of Cutler Bay here in South Florida. 32-year-old Kevin Justin Mayorga is facing multiple felony charges after police say he decapitated a pet ball python snake with his own teeth during a domestic dispute.
That's a bit of an intense move.
Good Lord, he bit the head off a snake.
What the hell?
He is now facing charges of animal cruelty with intent to kill, false imprisonment, and resisting arrest.
Oh, that guy resisted arrest?
Imagine that, huh?
He didn't go peacefully.
He will murder. If he hasn't already done it yet, he will murder.
He might want to take a time out and maybe think about some things.
Yeah, he definitely needs a timeout. His mugshot made it look like he might be capable. He was a weird-looking dude.
Did he try to deliberately even look more crazier and scary?
Yeah, he kind of did. Yeah, he kicked his head back and
I can tell that's what his MO is.
Yep. There's a TikToker in China got fined $18,500 after filming herself cooking and eating a great white shark.
Can you eat those?
Not in China. They'll fine you.
Can we hear in the States?
Why do I hear about something called shark fin soup?
Yeah,
that's a thing.
Can you eat great white? Is that illegal everywhere, or can we?
The only thing I would wonder about great whites is the numbers of great whites, and are they a protected species?
Okay,
but technically you could eat it, and it would taste delicious, I guess, in the shark world.
Never had it.
Are you a shark? You guys like shark?
Never had it.
Ever? Any kind?
Don't think so. Don't think I have.
Your aquatic ass has had to have shark.
I don't think I've had shark.
What?
I haven't had it on purpose. If I had it and it was in something and I ate it, then maybe, but I see people catching sharks. I've seen people catch them on the beach and reel them in.
I heard a rumor that fish sticks are shark tumors. I'm just saying what I heard.
Okay. Got a good update from the story I had yesterday in the Whacked Out News about the two monkeys that they believe were stolen from the Dallas Zoo. They found them yesterday after the police got a tip on where to look. It was in a nearby abandoned home, and they were in the closet. Okay.
Did they get there themselves, or were they
doesn't sound like it. Doesn't sound like it. Police have got a photo and a video of a man they want to talk to about those missing monkeys. I don't think they just ran off and then went to go hide in a closet.
We're in the closet.
Yeah.
We're not coming out till we're ready to tell everyone we're gay.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that happened. Well, this is very troubling. Employees of a gas station in Alabama found a severed human penis in the parking lot.
Oh, boy. That will stop you in your tracks.
What did he do?
Oh, my goodness.
I need to hear everything before.
Well, that's not a squeegee.
How big was this thing?
Police believe the penis belongs to a motorcycle driver who was involved in a fatal accident on the nearby interstate.
What?
So during the accident?
His dong was decapitated, and they don't know how it wound up at the gas station.
Was he driving naked?
I don't know why that happened.
I thought the biting the head of the snake was bad. This is kind of the same thing, but
you're twisting my head over here.
You got my jaw on the floor.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's some whacked out stories in the Whacked Out News today.
Man.
Gas station penis.
Right.
That's a tough. I don't want to go out like that.
No, that's tough.
No.
Well, luckily, I got a little bit more here for you. I'll try to bring you back down. The West Virginia home of a man who's accused of embezzling money from a volunteer fire department, ironically, caught on fire on Monday.
Yeah, that's karma, brother.
Mm-hmm. A shoplifter was caught trying to steal a $700 30-inch phallic adult toy from a store in California. They say he was drunk. Okay.
Well, I mean, we kind of get what's happening here.
You gotta be sober to shoplift. It's a tricky thing.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Or just don't do it.
Don't do it. But if you're gonna do it.
Did you see the story of the 22-year-old girls basketball coach in Virginia that got caught impersonating a 13-year-old player in a game?
Is this the one that the JV coach?
Yeah.
He got him.
The heck, man?
Yeah, this is good.
Well, the player was just like schooling the kids. I saw some of the game film. Like, man, that's a good player. Well, I mean, yeah, she's, a good 9 years older than the other players. After word got out, the school fired the coaches, and the team has opted out of the rest of the season. No more basketball for any of them after this.
Did she think she was going to get away with it?
I don't know how you would think that.
I don't know, but her points per game was off the charts, y'all. Her stats, though.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. She was balling.
Coaches, always preach to the kids about integrity and those type of things. So I was just shocked. I just need, an apology, because I haven't yet received one from, the overseer of the program or nothing. He just came out and just told us the stipulations of what was going to happen, but there was no apology.
Okay. Guess she's not sorry.
I have to see this footage. I want to see her come.
It's pretty funny.
Ball it up.
Because she also was kind of like waving her fingers, yeah, schooling you girls.
That's insane to me.
Is she mentally okay?
Probably not.
Did she just have to ball? Is that what happened?
Probably had to get one more taste of them glory days, Yeah.
We're watching that during commercial break.
Psycho.
Yeah. A driving expert says that you should never drive with a cold because sneezing can cause an accident.
I can see that happening.
Okay.
Some people. I had an aunt who could sneeze 6 times in a row. I'm not even kidding. Go back to back sneeze.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And
I've seen that.
You could have mugged her 9 times when that would happen.
My daughter Caitlin will do that. Maybe as many as 6 times. It's crazy.
I think Sammy Sosa had a miss back in the day. A baseball player. He sneezed a bunch of times and threw out his neck and missed a bunch of games.
Oh wow.
Sneezes can take you out.
Yeah, they can. There's going to be maybe a new rule that I completely welcome here in the state of Florida. There is a Florida lawmaker, Jenna Persons Malika from Fort Myers, that has proposed a bill to get drivers out of the left lane if they are not passing someone. Completely agree with it. That's how I drive. I'm in that lane. I got to be going past somebody. If not, get over, because there's some hot dogs that want to go 100 miles an hour. And you know what? It's not my job to stop you.
No, it's not. But it is your job to get out of the way.
It is. And that's what the law would do. The law would only apply on road, streets, or highways where the speed limit is at least 65 miles per hour. So that would apply to most of I-95 that a lot of us drive, or the Turnpike. They say if it passes, the police could stop and ticket you. If you are just chilling, going 60 miles an hour in the ultimate fast lane, because you really are. You're holding up traffic and you're messing with the flow, man.
I was shocked when I learned that somebody in my adult circle, as a grown-up, didn't know that. But I don't think if you weren't taught that, maybe you don't know that. The left lane is for passing.
How do you not observe everyone that is quickly going around you? They're behind you and then they go around you.
He just thought everybody else behind him that was riding his tail was a jerk.
Wow.
I was like, wait,
No
what?
one ever pulled you aside and let you know that, huh?
That is a real thing. The left lane is for passing. Pass and then get over in the right. Especially if you're on a road trip. I see so many jack faces in the left lane going 60, 65. I got places to be.
At this point in my life, I'm a right hand lane kind of man. I don't mind that right lane.
Pawpaw lane.
I don't mind the pawpaw lane.
And sad news here today. Ira Bob Bourne, the father of Peeps, the marshmallow candies, has passed away.
Oh, man.
Yeah. He was 98 years old.
Rest in peace.
Rest in
that,
peace.
huh?
Did not like the snack.
I don't like them either. My family loves them.
Hate
Did you say
Peeps.
rest in peeps?
Rest in peeps.
Yes, he should. All right, coming up here in a couple of minutes, based out of the whacked out news, we got real or fake Florida headlines for you. What do you think about this? Is this real or fake here in Florida? Chuck E. Cheese severely injured in a brawl at his own restaurant. Real or fake?
Feels real, Kevin. They got that beer on tap. It's delicious.
It could happen. We'll find out if it is real or not next.
From the WRMF Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center. If you've been in an accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Police activity has shut down the Turnpike southbound entrance ramp from Boynton Beach Boulevard. Make sure to seek an alternate route through that area this morning. Plus, in Broward County, an accident on the Turnpike southbound just beyond the exit for the 595 is causing slowdowns as well. Look for a right lane blocked in that area. And on Pines Boulevard eastbound, a crash of Palm Avenue has 2 right lanes blocked. You're seeing heavy delays there as well. Traffic and service of Palm Beach Mitsubishi. I'm Suits 97.9 WRMF.
The brand new Palm Beach Mitsubishi is the local leader in customer service with the best selection of fully reconditioned pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Palm Beach Mitsubishi, across from the Palm Beach Airport. PalmBeachMitsubishi.com.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. I hate the struggle of tough, greasy messes on my stovetop. So I just freak, wipe, and I'm done.
When I'm frustrated with stubborn bathtub soap scum, I just freak, wipe, and I'm done.
Mr. Clean Clean Freak delivers an innovative cleaning experience with a powerful deep cleaning mist that starts working on contact to break down tough messes in seconds.
Just freak,
wipe, done.
I grew up down here in South Florida, so for me, it's a little bit more personal. Demesman and Dover is about community for us. For me, you all are our people, our friends, our family, our future. The difference we will make for you, your kids, and your loved ones matters, because to us, it's personal. Hi, my name is Victor Demesman from Demesman and Dover Law Firm. If you need us, call us anytime, 24/7 at 866-954-MORE. That's 866-954-6673. Demesman and Dover Law Firm, youraccidentattorneys.com. Main office, Fort Lauderdale.
As you get older, it is tougher to try to maintain the same physique you once had. Also, the energy levels. That's one of the biggest things I battle. And I'm trying to sleep better, eat better. I got a sleep number bed. I feel like everything on that point is all good. But sometimes you just can't control things like your hormones. And that's why there's a place called Wellington Anti-Aging. Get these things balanced. It gives you a better sense of wellness. You will feel better with more energy. You will look better with a better looking physique. Your metabolism will be righted. It can also help you with lean muscle. And guys, you don't realize this, but starting at the age of 25, every year you lose 1 pound of lean muscle and replace it with 1 pound of fat. By the time you're 40 and 50, that is a massive difference. And ladies, you got menopause with hot flashes, night sweats. You might notice weight gain, a change in your libido. You can fix all this with hormone replacement therapy. It is worth the investment. So go get that free consultation online today. WellingtonAntiAging.com. That's WellingtonAntiAging.com.
These days, $10 doesn't get you very far. But with Brightline, guests can ride to a shopping spree in Aventura, or the new brunch spot in West Palm Beach everyone's talking about, or to the next Miami Heat game. Brightline makes getting to everything South Florida has to offer easier than ever. Enhance your experience with in-station and onboard amenities like lounge access, crafted cocktails, and more. Book your next ride at GoBrightline.com.
Let me guess. Unknown caller? You could reduce the number of unwanted calls and emails with online privacy protection. The latest innovation from Discover will help regularly remove your personal info, like your name and address, from 10 popular people search websites that could sell your data. And we'll do it for free. Activate in the Discover app. See terms and learn more at discover.com/online privacy protection.
Warning, the following may contain disturbing content not suitable for young ears, including but not limited to low prices, more for your trade-in, and instant credit pre-approval at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach.
Buy a Kia, Greenway Kia. Call 800-NEW-KIA, Greenway Kia.
Right now at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, get up to $6,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for any trade, so you can start your new year in a brand new Kia. Shop from our large selection of new Kias, like the new 2023 Kia Forte, K5, Sorento, Seltos, and Telluride. Plus, make no payments until April 2023. Worried about your past credit problems? Forget it. Get pre-approved online at GreenwayKiaWestPalmBeach.com. Plus, see the value of your trade instantly using our online trade appraisal tool. Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800-NEW-KIAs. Visit GreenwayKiaWestPalmBeach.com. Qualified applicants, 90 days deferred payments with approved credit through KUS. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Negative equity refinance. Offers don't combine.
Step back in time at the Florida Renaissance Festival. Now featuring 8 glorious weekends of unpredictable merriment and mayhem. With entertainment, food, and fun for the whole family. There are even adult beverages. The Florida Renaissance Festival celebrates a different and exciting theme each and every weekend in February and March at Quiet Waters Park and Deerfield Beach. Tickets available now at ren-fest.com. Sponsored in part by Comcast.
My wife was in a situation where she could not lose the weight, and she knew she needed to. 50 pounds was her goal, what her doctor told her. So what do you do when you're in a situation like this and maybe it's something you can't control? You've got weight gain, you're trying to lose weight, but you have a slowing metabolism. Maybe you've got a hormone imbalance, just like my wife did. It could be the effects of menopause too. Well, luckily, Red Mountain Weight Loss is here to help you out. I'm telling you, it moves the needle. You could lose 20 pounds by this time next month with their patented RM3 all-natural hormone that burns fat from your belly, hips, and thighs. You could regain your ideal body weight all the while eating real fresh food, and you're not going to feel starved or deprived. And the best thing, they ship the medication you need right to your door. So all you have to do is schedule your online consultation right now by dialing pound 250 from your cell phone and using the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. That's pound 250 Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Experience the Anajar Levine difference. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
From the Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach studio, trade in and trade up to a new Kia for less with one of the area's largest selections of new Kias available. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
We're in a weird place. We have some weird stories that come out of the great state of Florida. Many of them featured every single day in our Whacked Out News. So, you've probably heard some of these before. That's the big question. Do you recognize them or not? And do you think these are real or fake Florida headlines? We got Virginia going up against Denny's here in a head-to-head battle. Okay, what do you think about this, Virginia? You get the first headline.
Okay.
You used to work at Chuck E. Cheese.
I did. I was the rat.
Mm-hmm.
I wore the costume. I was also a birthday hostess. Tried to make my way up to cashier. Don't think I was cute enough.
Look, you're not a numbers person. Never have been. It's okay. You're an entertainer.
I don't think I was cute enough to be a cashier.
Keep her underneath the rat
They
mask.
put me in the rat mask.
I put this mask on.
Y'all, I had some big ass buck teeth before I got braces.
Then why did you need the mask?
They were afraid she's gonna eat all the cheese.
I did look like Chuck E. Cheese' sister.
Okay, what do you think? Is this real or fake? Chuck E. Cheese severely injured in a brawl at his own restaurant. Real or fake, Virginia?
I mean, I'm hoping it's real. If you got into a tussle, which I did a couple of times in the Chuck E. Cheese costume, that rat head was hard and stiff and would hurt you.
Ugh.
So you had to try to be careful that you weren't getting in too many altercations.
And it can't be good for your vision.
No.
I'd imagine you don't see the left hook coming.
You can. They pull your tail. Oh, these kids were terrible.
Oh, and they were from the 80s? Oh, forget about it.
Oh, 80s kids kick your ass 10 ways. I think this is real.
Gonna go real?
Damn it. I needed it.
Yeah.
Too
I know.
close to
Yeah.
it. Got too excited.
All right, Denny's, what do you think about this? Real or fake Florida headline? Florida man arrested for tattooing religious symbol on an iguana.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Tattooing on an iguana. I'm gonna say that's real because it sounds so insane.
Gonna go real?
That
one's fake.
I was so hopeful.
Does the iguana sit still for the tat?
Was it on his lower back?
He had a tramp stamp.
I mean, I don't think people would care, but the iguana gets no love. Like, yeah, tattoo that son of a bitch.
People don't care.
They don't.
Some of my friends up in Stewart post photos of them. They go out on iguana killing sprees, and then they post what they killed, and they cook it all.
Really?
I'm not going to hunt them, but I did hit one with my car, and I was like, oops, sorry.
That just kind of, that seems to be the vibe with the majority of people. Like, you came into our town.
I'm not going to go out of my way to hurt them, but, I mean, if you're under my tire, I ain't breaking.
And am I the only one that are these iguanas getting bigger? They feel like they are getting big.
They are. You see some large ones, yeah.
They're not supposed to be here. They're invasive, and they eat our stuff that they shouldn't be eating.
They're going into little towns, eating, the dumpsters back at Duffy's, getting all big.
Yeah, they said people keep feeding them pizza, and they're getting really huge.
Damn. Who would do that?
I don't know. Whoever they are, they're ruining Florida.
Look. Scoundrel.
Iguanas on pizza. That's it all.
He was feeding that iguana, and all of a sudden, we had 13 iguanas following us.
We had more like 40 iguanas.
He was a Pied Piper of pizza.
Yeah, they do love it. All right, Virginia, what do you think? Real or fake Florida headline? Florida man caught having sex with dog destroys nativity scene.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'm going real.
Florida does like bestiality.
Does. Yep. It does. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
real.
This last
This
season.
holiday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a recent story.
It's unfortunate Florida's tagged with that.
It's very sad. Don't look, baby Jesus.
What about this real or fake Florida headline? Denny's. Florida vet arrested for running animal prostitution ring. Is that real or fake?
Oh, wow.
Catting around with
Jeez,
the cats.
What a story. Let's think.
It is.
I think that's real. We were talking about nativity scenes earlier with the dog.
Yeah. Okay. Going real on that.
Oh,
Fool you. That one is fake, Denny's. It's not legit. You guys so far have only gotten 1 point out of 4 tries.
Tricky.
All right, let's
Seems
see.
about right.
Yeah.
Let's see if Virginia can add to it here. What do you think about this? Real or fake? Florida man uses stapler to rob a Publix. Is that real or fake?
It feels real.
Feels real. That one is real.
Kevin talked about that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. It's stupid.
Yeah,
it belongs in Florida.
Yeah. What do you think about this, Denny's? Drunk man claiming to be Mick Jagger picks fights with diners in Naples.
It
What do you
does
think
feel
about that? A drunk Mick Jagger.
that feels real to me.
Yeah, you're gonna go real on that? Yep. That's pretty recent as well.
Wow.
Happened here in the last couple of months. Okay, what about this, Virginia? Real or fake Florida headline? Woman arrested for holding down teenager and shaving his beard. A teenager with a beard. What do you think? Is that real or fake?
A woman arrested for holding down teenager and shaving his beard. I mean, is it her teenager? I have so many questions.
Yeah, that's all you get is the headline. You got to just on that judge whether it's real or fake.
Damn, the witch is shook.
If it's her teen, then yeah. If it's a random teen, then that's a different thing.
Exactly. Then I think it's a crime.
Yeah.
But is it real or is it fake? I'm going to say it's fake.
Gonna go fake? You are right. That is fake. That did not happen. Virginia now got a hot streak. All of a sudden, she's gotten 3 out of 4. Oof. Okay, Denny's. Let's see if you can keep up with the witch here. Real or fake Florida headline. Florida man warns Space Force about a battle between aliens and dragons, then gets arrested. Is that real or fake?
I'm going to guess fake, because can you get arrested for reporting something ridiculous like that?
I think you can.
Oh, wow.
Okay, it is real.
Wow, you can get in trouble for reporting dragons, and
I guess
I think you can if they can prove it's you're abusing the 911. They don't like when you abuse the 911.
Yeah, that might have been it. He was calling 911 trying to get a hold of Space Force.
they're like, hold, please.
All right, Virginia, let's see if you can end on a high note. Real or fake Florida headline. Florida couple caught having sex and smoking meth in emergency room. Is that real or is that fake?
It feels so real.
Okay.
I want it to be real.
It is fake.
Oh, he got me.
Okay, you got
You
3
just
out of
wanted
5,
it
though.
so bad.
I did. I'm like, oh, I need it.
3 out of 5. Dennings here is not doing so well. He's got 1 out of 4 correct. Let's see if he can end on a high note. What do you think? Real or fake Florida headline? Florida man wears F the police shirt to court and then wins his case.
Oh,
wow.
Please be real. I'm going to say real on that.
That is real.
Wow.
And on a high note.
Yep, that's right. At least that. Virginia gets the W 3-2. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Apparently, Bird has got himself a problem with his neighbor. The big question is how to act, and should he address it or just shut up because he's being a little bee? We'll discuss next.
Drama, laughs, and fun to start your day. The KVJ Show is back in minutes on 97.9 WRMF.
What makes the going good? Is it burgers or pizza? One slice or two? At Racetrack, it's all of the above. Stop in for buy one, get one $1 pizza slices and the new bacon cheeseburger pizza. Racetrack, whatever gets you going. Limited time at participating locations.
Smooth skin begins with hydrating ingredients. Olay Hyaluronic Body Lotion nourishes your skin with all-day hydration for deeply moisturized results that give you confidence like buttery soft shoulders like, and visibly smooth skin like. Quench your skin with nourishing moisture from Olay Hyaluronic Body Lotion. Try Olay Hyaluronic Body Wash, too, and get skin your face will envy.
Hey, have you played these new Gold Rush Doubler scratch-offs? Wait, why does my voice sound like this?
With multiple ways to double your prizes, the winnings are even higher. Guess your voice is just going with it.
Over $540 million in cash prizes and 36 new millionaires. Now I like the sound of that.
New Gold Rush Doubler scratch-offs from the Florida Lottery. Must be 18 or older to play. Play responsibly.
Attention homeowners, it's February at ARS Rescue Rooter. Now is the perfect time to replace that old, inefficient HVAC system with a new energy-efficient heating and cooling system from ARS. For a limited time, you'll receive a free air handler with select new cooling systems, plus a free Nest thermostat. Call now or visit ars.com for details, terms, and conditions. License number CMC 1249753, CAC 1813963, CFC 1428283, EC 130085558.
Call ARS and Rescue Rooter.
I had somebody going door to door yesterday trying to sell me rooftop solar, and I'm like, I'm good. I got my place. Han Solar is it. But he was talking about a lot of the things and the reasons why you really should look into rooftop solar. You're saying, man, there's so many incentives right now that you can basically get these things for next to nothing. And I will tell you, over the last decade, installation costs of rooftop solar have decreased by 70%. And Florida is one of the most solar-friendly states, giving you all kinds of incentives. And with Han Solar, you can start by paying nothing down out of pocket and qualify for no payments up to 1 year, and don't worry about your credit. And we're talking about saving tons of money on your electric bill. Maybe you could save $800, $1,000 a year. That's what my wife and I were getting with our free home solar assessment. And you can get yours at hansolar.com, HANSOLAR.com.
Music this hour. Sponsored by Dunkin'. The new Dunkin' Brown Butter Toffee Latte raises the bar on what a latte can be. It's got bold espresso, subtle brown butter, and toffee flavor notes. If it were a shelf, it'd be the top one. The new Dunkin' Brown Butter Toffee Latte. Elevate your latte. America runs on Dunkin'. Person participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
More KVJ Show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
Bird has got a problem with his neighbors, and he's trying to figure out exactly how he should handle it. Does he say something or just let it go?
Neighbors to the south or north?
I actually wrote this up to Kevin so we don't have to do any of that. It's a neighbor.
What's the house number again and street?
Is it my best friend?
Look, here's the way I love dogs. I love them. I love them more than anything. The problem that's going on is, for example, last night, it's 1 o'clock. It's past 1 o'clock in the morning, and they let their dog out. And I'm okay with a bark every now and then. But it was out there for 20 minutes just barking and barking at 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's right by my window. And it happens more. It happens a lot. What do you do? I mean, because you don't. I don't want drama, and I'm not trying to be a jerk to anybody. I'm not trying to.
Is there like doggy indica treats you can give it?
Yeah, you're not the right person to talk to about this.
So Virginia's recommendation is to drug the dog.
Yep.
I want to be cool, and I don't want to make a thing out of it. I've never talked with them before. You know, it's one of those things where I think we all keep different hours.
Gosh, it's a tough thing because, especially if you don't know them, this would be your first time really approaching them with anything. Hey, neighbor, can you shut your damn dog up? Or how do you not know that it's rude to put a barking dog outside at 1 a.m. for 20 minutes?
Well, I understand you got to let your dog out, let it go pee, do its thing. But at that time, past 5 minutes, I think it's out of line. If the dog continues to bark and bark and bark.
Yeah, you have to be aware. Look, I have a dog. We've had that situation. I'll have where my kids will bring their dogs over. And if there's any barking going on, we're immediately out there like, hey, trying to calm them down, quiet them. Or if they do not, they come inside so that people can't hear that.
The way I look at it, bring your dog out anytime, let it bark. As long as it's daytime, I don't care if you let the dog bark till almost even 11 o'clock. 1 o'clock in the morning, and this kind of stuff happens. It's very alarming.
I would argue, to me, I know sometimes too people leave their dogs outside as they go run errands or do whatever they're going to do.
At 1 o'clock in the morning?
there's exceptions with times, and that is not a time where you could leave a dog that has a tendency to bark outside. And yeah, I hate to ever be that person that says anything, but if it's affecting your ability to sleep and impeding upon your rights in your own home, then I think you're well within your jurisdiction to try to do it in a nice way, but say something to them.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to drop a letter, I don't think. You don't do that because you've never talked to them. Hey, your dog's blah, 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 blah. I want to be as cool as possible with this. But, and then I go, do I even have a leg to stand on with this? Is there any kind of rule where someone's going to say that tough, ta-ta?
Yeah.
I would definitely say something.
I know
You've got
you
to
would.
do something.
Yeah, we know you would. You would play bass very loud.
Okay, now some people think maybe the best way to handle it is to let someone else handle it. That's why they have noise ordinances for this reason. You can call and anonymously report it, and they will get a visit saying, hey, one of your neighbors, we won't say who, has mentioned that your dog is outside barking at 1 o'clock in the morning for 20 minutes.
And the dog is one of those dogs that I feel if it was to get to me, I don't know what it would do.
It would eat your face if it's the dog I'm thinking of.
Well, it's putting me in a tough position because it's getting to the point where
if it's costing you time sleeping, it is an issue.
It is.
Yeah.
It woke me up last night, and it did not stop for at least 10 minutes.
I think it needs to be addressed, and I think the only question is style.
Yes.
You yourself in person or a bitch-ass little anonymous call?
I don't like bitch-ass anonymous calls. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'll do the old school way. I will send my brother over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, your brother, I mean, he could just go over there and handle it.
I don't know. That's a great movie either.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's not just Bird. I guess Denny's has his own problems going on at his place. These poor guys, Virginia, they become homeowners, and now look at all the headaches they got to deal with.
We want to be cool. We really do. We don't want no wars. We ain't like Virginia.
These dirty hippies just want peace, but nobody around them's peaceful, Virginia.
we want our neighbors to like us.
It's bad for your personal life, great for the show.
Yeah, Denny's drama. What does he do? Does he need to go out there and handle it in person, and will he get his ass kicked if he does? We'll discuss next.
I have this thing where I get older, but just never wiser. Midnights become my afternoons. When my depression works the graveyard shift, all of the people I've ghosted stand there in the room. I should not be left to my own devices. They come with prices and vices. I end up in crisis. All this time, I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day I'll watch as you're leaving, 'cause you got tired of my scheming. For the last time, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. At tea time, everybody agrees. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero. Sometimes I feel like everybody is a sexy baby, and I'm a monster on the hill. Too big to hang out, slowly lurching toward your favorite city. Pierced through the heart, but never killed. Did you hear my covert narcissism? Like disguises altruism, like some kind of consciousness. All this time, I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day I'll watch as you're leaving, and life will lose all its meaning. For the last time, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. At tea time, everybody agrees. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero. I have this dream, my daughter-in-law kills me for the money. She thinks I left them in the will. The family gathers around and reads it, and then someone screams out, she's laughing up at us from hell. It's me. I am the problem, it's me. It's me. I agrees, everybody agrees. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Time. Everybody agrees. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero.
Well, Jaybird has problems in his neighborhood. Things going on. Denny's now has problems. Things going on in his neighborhood. You guys buy houses, and man, look at all the aggravation.
I don't know. When we rented, we had a lot of issues as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's you.
Me, the problem is me.
Hi, you're the problem. It's you.
But we are some sexy babies.
Yes, you're not a monster on the hill. You're a sexy baby.
So Bird is dealing with a barking dog at 1 o'clock in the morning. Denny's, you are dealing with maybe even a more intense situation of people doing some bootleg fishing out in your backyard.
Oh, damn.
What the heck, man?
Bootleg fishing.
Well, so you know how around a lake, that property is owned by the government or the city or whatever. So even when it comes down to mowing the yard out there, they have a team that comes out and mows around the lake, right?
Ah.
So it's technically public access, right?
Okay.
But they have to walk through your yard.
So they have to walk behind your house, and then so my yard will go up to a certain point, and then as the terrain dips a little bit towards the lake, they cut that off as your property line. But there's still a good amount of grass in between the end of my property line and the lake starting. So occasionally people will come from the public access area where the whole lake is available, but there's a bunch of people fishing that they'll walk behind houses. And my house is at least 15 or 20 down, so you have to go down pretty far. Well, so, man, this group came. It was 2 guys and a girl. They came, and they were sitting in my backyard the whole time fishing for 3 hours, bumping the loudest music ever. And they brought a bunch of stuff. They ate food. They had bait. They brought a cooler, right? And they hung out there for
they're having a little party in your yard.
Well, I hear all this music, and I look out my window, and I'm like, oh, great. My dog's going crazy and all this stuff. So anyway.
It's a rager.
The dog finally stops barking, so I go, they had to have left. I walk out there. They left all their trash there.
Damn.
They left a cooler full of bait.
Denny's does not like littering.
Oh, the lid was off. All of their wrappers were just thrown in it.
Damn.
I know. So what do I do in this situation?
What is it with people wanting to dump garbage around that lake?
I don't know. It's a weird
garbage
fascination.
lake.
Would you recognize them if you saw them again?
Probably. They were
right.
playing some pretty offensive music.
Describe them to me. I will draw them in a composite sketch.
And I'll come over with my paintball gun.
Well, yeah. So what do you do in these situations? Because if I go out there and complain about it, they're going to say, well, we're on public property, bro.
Yeah.
So
Get
there's nothing
over
really
it,
I can
loser.
do.
Well, there is. I mean, you can say, well, no, you're not. I'm wondering what kind of document you could get to show anybody that ever gives you any grief about being, no, we can be here, and be like, no, you can't. Here's the proof. Get out, or I'm going to have to call the police.
We're not confrontational people, Kevin. We don't.
I
We don't
know,
want
but,
people.
but I mean,
But the music and the
so
trash.
loud.
It's not about the people fishing.
No, that ain't normal living, man. That's just not the way it should go down. And then, yeah, people leave garbage there. And you'd said a neighbor talked to you about getting the garbage out, or else you get a fine.
They said I can get a fine from the HOA if I left that trash. Because my neighbor, he has a coconut tree, and the coconuts, he was sitting in the back chopping up coconuts, and he goes, oh, man, you better pick that up. He goes, the HOA will fine you for leaving trash out there. And I go, but it's not even my trash. He goes, yeah, but they'll still fine you for it. So,
Oh, yeah. HOA loves finding people.
So he said, yeah, because he was leaving some of his coconut, after he trimmed a coconut, he was leaving a pile in his yard, and they complained about it, so he had to get rid of his pile of coconut shavings.
Here's what we'll do. We'll have my brother, Big Tuna, talk about the dog, deal with that, then we'll send him over down to your place.
I like
and
it.
Talk to them.
The easy non-confrontational way to possibly do it is to get a small sign at Home Depot that says private property, no fishing.
That's what I think I have to do, but I've never had anyone abuse that privilege to
They'll
such
sit
an
on your
extent.
sign.
Yeah, people really always respect signs, too.
Well,
But then when they do, you can be like, hey, there's a sign there. You're not reading these days, or
People get real mad too if you tell them they can't do something.
Well,
It's
that's when you
such a weird.
you put on the old Facebook Live and you go, all right, we got a video. We're
Yeah,
YouTube Live.
sometimes you got to tell people they can't do stuff. Somebody comes up with red spray paint and is writing a-hole in your front
Yeah.
door. You have to be like, hey, you can't do that.
So if I see him again, I'm gonna have to go out there and talk to him. But I did not think they were gonna hang out for 3 hours.
I'd try the sign first, see if that's a deterrent. It may not be, and then at that point be like, There's a sign, dude.
But how bad do you want the audio of Denny's confronting them?
Hey, guys.
Oh, I'd love to hear that.
He's so peaceful. You're not going to hear him over the booming music.
But then the audio of them giving him a wedgie and tossing him in the lake.
Yeah, for real. It was two pretty brute dudes.
Yeah.
So
they're not going to care.
They do not care.
Affliction tank tops, probably.
Yeah, the equivalent of what Affliction is now.
Okay, and let me guess, this was some hard, edgy music with lots of swear words in it.
Tons of swear words.
Yeah.
It was very hardcore.
I wish you would have called me, dog. YouTube karate, but was it the day I was sick?
Well, yeah, it was earlier this week, but yeah, I'm sitting in my house and I hear this noise. And
So
I look
we could
out.
get a video of both of you getting your ass kicked at the same
Yeah.
time?
I'm saying double the views.
Gosh, this has got to happen.
I know.
This would be
Please,
great.
I need this
would be
video.
great. This would be great.
I know YouTube karate, and I get my ass kicked.
We'll tell them that too.
I would.
Gosh, that'd be a
Amazing.
great video. That would be good. I don't want to see you get your ass kicked, but I do want to see you get your ass kicked.
It'd be funny.
Yeah, we can do it. All right, coming up here in a couple of minutes, there is a hot ticket going on sale today. If you like food like Virginia does, you're probably going to want this, but they say it's going to sell out immediately. So if you want to jump on it, stick around. I'll give you all the details on how you get your tickets next.
Killing time while you're supposed to be working? Kill time with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow us at 97.9 WRMF.
Sending my welcome to the other side of the apocalypse. Fallout Boy. So much for tour dust. Live in West Palm Beach. I Think Financial Amphitheater, July 24th. With special guests, Bring Me the Horizon and Royal and the Serpent. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at livenation.com. The album So Much for Stardust drops March 24th. Part of the Ford Concert Series.
Warning, the following may contain disturbing content not suitable for young ears, including but not limited to low prices, more for your trade-in, and instant credit pre-approval at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach.
Buy a Kia, Greenway Kia. Call 800 new Kia, Greenway Kia.
Right now at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, get up to $6,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for any trade, so you can start your new year in a brand new Kia. Shop from our large selection of new Kias, like the new 2023 Kia Forte, K5, Sorento, Seltos, and Telluride. Plus, make no payments until April 2023. Worried about your past credit problems? Forget it. Get pre-approved online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com. Plus, see the value of your trade instantly using our online trade appraisal tool. Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800 new Kias. Visit greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com. Qualified applicants, 90 days deferred payments with approved credit through KUS. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Negative equity refinance. Offers don't combine.
Like bones, your teeth lose density and become weaker over time, which can lead to tooth decay. And that can make your visit to the dentist feel like this. But if you want your dental visit to feel like this, try Crest Densify. Crest Densify actively rebuilds tooth density to extend the life of teeth by remineralizing enamel. Densify from Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America. Smile, Crest has you covered.
Dine in style at the historic Dolphin Bar and Shrimp House. Feast on delicious shrimp dishes and share a bottle of wine with friends. Hungry for happy hour? Join them every day from 3 to 7 for half-off appetizers. Don't miss Sunday brunch while featuring a waffle and omelet station, and get crafty with your cocktail at their Bloody Mary and Mimosa Bar. P.S. They've got a 40-plus item salad bar. The Dolphin Bar and Shrimp House on the river in Jensen Beach. Visit dolphinbar.com for menu information, their live music schedule, and reservations.
We had hard water that was messing up a lot of our appliances, like our hot water heater. It was getting all this gunk buildup, and then we'd have to pay $140 to have them come and flush it out. A couple times our hot water heater just broke and we had to buy a whole new one. So I had to look into a different kind of water coming into my house. Where do you even do that? Well, Aquaman water treatment systems will do that. If you've got problems with calcification or scaling buildup on your pipes and appliances, bring them on out. They can fix it. Spots on glasses and silverware, stains on shower curtains and doors, maybe just stinky sulfur water. Hey, if you want to clean it up, Aquaman water treatment systems will do it. You don't ever need to buy bottled water again. It's already pure and it tastes amazing. I'm actually drinking more water because of the change. Plus, we're using less soap to clean dishes, and my skin has gotten soft, and so has my wife's hair. Just go online right now to aquamanwatersystems.com, and you can make the change I did at aquamanwatersystems.com.
It's Valentine's Day every day in February at Palm Beach Mitsubishi. Feel the love all month long with huge discounts off MSRP on any new Mitsubishi. Consistently voted top in customer satisfaction, we make it a priority to save you time and money so you can use those extra funds on that special someone. Cha-ching! You'll love all the amazing deals that are happening at Palm Beach Mitsubishi. You make it to Palm Beach Mitsubishi, and we'll make it happen. Palm Beach Mitsubishi, across from the Palm Beach Airport. PalmBeachMitsubishi.com.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
It's more of the KVJ show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
Denny's having a little problem with these two buff dudes cranking offensive music, fishing in his backyard for about 3.5 hours. His dog's going crazy, and then when they leave their trash behind.
That is disgusting.
Denny's has to clean up.
This lake, he's always back there dealing with some kind of trash issue.
Yeah, you think lakes are beautiful. They apparently come with a lot of drama.
So much. This is lake drama.
A couple suggestions people text in for Denny's. They said he could turn on his sprinklers while they're out there. Okay.
Brilliant move.
Oh, that is a good move.
Someone else said get a remote control speedboat and drive it around right where they're fishing.
That sounds like such great fun. Doesn't that sound awesome?
You can do that just in your own. You can be in your kitchen watching them all frustrated. Ooh, boats.
Those little boats are fun.
Yeah, because you won't catch any fish if you're causing a ruckus here at the surface. Or somebody suggested bringing fire ants to that area. What, you open up a fire ant farm right there where they fish?
I don't know if that's smart.
Don't think that's a great idea, especially when you got a new baby coming.
Handling fire ants seems dangerous.
2 out of 3 ideas ain't bad.
That's right. 2 out of 3. We'll give it that. There is an event that foodies apparently love, but they say that this ticket is so hot it will be sold out today. So I wanted to let you know if you want to jump on it. Savor the Avenue is an event they do on Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach. This year it's going to be on Monday, March 27th. What you get is a 4-course meal from 12 different restaurants.
Ooh.
And the interesting concept they do is they take tables and they put them pushed next to each other all along the yellow traffic stripes that run down the center of Atlantic Avenue.
So it's a big, long family-style table. It's so cool.
Yeah, it seats 1,000.
Wow.
It goes 5 blocks. It's more than 1,300 feet from Swinton Avenue all the way southbound to Federal Highway, which you know is a large swath. But they say the demand exceeds the availability. They're looking at about 5,000 ticket requests for 1,000 seats.
Wow.
They say reservations likely will be gone today. So I'm letting you know if you want to get your seats for Savor the Avenue, you need to go online and make your reservations at downtowndelraybeach.com/Savor the Avenue.
The who's who of everybody's going to be there, Virginia.
Oh, yeah. A lot of great restaurants there on it.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of restaurant? Is it all fancy, or they got some common?
They've got a Rocco's Tacos.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So you've got the common stuff like that. The rest of them are more specific, the Office and some of the other places, but they're all very good places, all up and down Atlantic Avenue. You got to be good to be there. So, yeah, you're going to get your money's worth. Go online. You can find out what is going on there. Yesterday, we talked about a guy on the After the Show podcast that did not get his money's worth. He was surprised when he went to a strip club and thought that he was going to have a little bit more pleasure with his day when he got an $1,800 bill.
A sweet release.
He was asking us if he could press charges. It sounded like he was expecting some type of sex act, and we said, I don't think that's still legal to pay for in the state of Florida, so I don't know that would go very far as a legal complaint, because he ultimately was saying, I paid $1,800 and no sweet release.
He was mad.
That topic kind of sparked some topics with my friends, so I started asking my friends, what's the most you've ever spent in a strip club? And one guy definitely was a winner.
How much did he spend?
$3,500.
Whoa.
$3,500.
How did that happen? Because this one person was very surprised. In your story, you were surprised because you were getting a lap dance and the dancer kept going song after song after song. You're not knowing that you're accruing a bill. And then when it was done, like 6 or 7 songs later, it's like, it'll be how much?
Yeah, I didn't know about the gay. The buddy that told me his story, he had a group of guys there. They were all celebrating whoever bachelor thing it was, and they put it on his credit card.
Yeah.
And it was $3,500. They got up to about $3,500.
They were jumping on his card. Gosh, that's tough.
He knew it too because he said he was all messed up and he was all drinking. And then the next day he's like, "What?
What? Oh man, that's
$3,500.
That's a game changer right
on the
there.
credit card. No disputes. They left the strip club with no kind of drama.
Wow.
So good luck trying to go back the next day going, "Oh, can I get a deal on this $3,500?"
Wow.
Yeah.
It's insane. Did he say what the club was he went to?
No, he did not.
He did not, because I'm kind of curious, because they're not all the same. There are places in South Florida you can go and probably get a lap dance for a nickel. I don't know that you want that lap dance, but you could get it.
The place we went to, it was fancy pants.
We went to Rachel's.
Okay, yeah. And I remember, it's been years, but I remember once upon a time seeing a helicopter parked out there when that was just a field and they didn't have the Harley Davidson there. And you knew there were some high rollers. So if you arrived to your strip club in a helicopter, y'all got some money.
And this was a while ago. This was like when me and Panda first started dating.
Uh-huh.
And I think since then, now I think Monroe's is fancier than Rachel's.
Okay.
They do flip.
Well, I mean, you've got, different places. You got like 11 in Miami.
That is fancier than both of those. I think that one's high end.
Yeah, so you get down there, and I'm wondering what they are seeing for a staggering bill, something that would be eye-popping to them. Because, hey, our $3,500, it's eye-popping to us, might just be another night out on a Tuesday for other people.
Yeah, that's normal probably down there.
Yeah, it might have been in Vegas, too, for all I know. I've heard strip clubs in Vegas are insane for money.
Yeah, so can we get a higher bill than that? Our emailer yesterday was all upset about $1,800. He was thinking maybe he had a court case on his hands. You got $3,500. Who could top it? 877-979-WRMF. And let us know the club, too. Just kind of curious how much you're dropping out there.
Take a seat right over there. Sat on the stairs, stay or leave. The cabinets are bare and I'm unaware of just how we got into this mess. Got so aggressive. I know we meant all good intentions. So pull me closer. Why don't you pull me close? Why don't you come on over? I can't just let you go. Oh, baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle? In the middle. Baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle? In the middle. Oh, take a step back for a minute into the kitchen. Floors are wet and taps are still running, dishes are broken. How did we get into this mess? Got so aggressive. I know we meant all good intentions. So pull me closer. Why don't you pull me close? Why don't you come on over? I can't just let you go. Oh, baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle? In the middle. Looking at you, I can't lie. Just pouring out admission, regardless of my objection. Oh, and it's not about my pride. I need you on my skin, just come over, pull me in, just. Oh, baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little.
enough about the strip club game, but there clearly, like in baseball, has to be a designation of the level of performance you are getting. You have everything from the major leagues, the show, all the way down to single A ball. And when you're talking about who's dropped the most money at a strip club, it's going to be a lot easier to drop a big amount of money in the majors than it is for a single A ball player.
So I found out this strip club, it was Diamonds, and that's where he spent the $3,500.
Okay.
You could see that happening at a Diamonds?
It could. You'd have to work for it, I think. That's a good amount. Diamonds is now Monroe's. Monroe's is upgraded from where Diamonds was.
Oh, definitely.
And, Monroe's has been there now. They just celebrated their 10th anniversary, so they've been around a while. So Diamonds is, you're talking over a decade that happened.
Because I think no matter where you go, don't they have their own version of the champagne room?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that is.
I mean, sometimes that's like an outhouse out back, you know? It's like a porta-john.
But that's where you spend the big bucks.
And that's where I think, they spent a good amount of the money.
Yeah.
It's the old champagne room.
Yeah, it would be interesting if each strip club really did have its own true designation as to what level it is, because you remember the old landing strip was by Palm Beach International Airport, and God hit it with lightning and burned it down. And
I feel like
he just had enough. And
I feel like God kind of slipped on. He should have. He waited too long.
Yeah, he did. It just he thought maybe he's like, you know what? It's going to close because who would go there? And then people kept going there, and he's like, all right, I got to take care of this myself. He rolled up his sleeves and kaboom.
Who would go there? The Rooster.
Oh yeah, no, we knew it was ratchet, but we would go there willingly.
We would go as a joke and just like, oh my gosh.
You always got an amazing story.
Yeah.
That's what was entertaining about it, because look, we didn't have any money.
Right.
So, going to a fancy club like a Rachel's, I mean, that was just out of our league. And so, we would go to have fun and drink and just get silly. Plus, man, I'm telling you, the drinks are a lot cheaper. I mean, somebody had, text in too. I mean, just talking about cost, you go into a strip club, and somebody said, a lot of times you're talking about just a bottle is $500. That's just an average place.
Right. And a regular bottle.
Right. So
it's not a fancy.
You get Grey Goose. It's
right.
The goose. And that's it.
You get bent over and goosed.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So it depends upon the level of where you go.
If there's any kind of establishment that wants to try to get you away from your money, it is that kind of establishment.
Casino 1, strip club 2.
Yeah, they're not there to give you any deals.
And if you go to a strip club in a casino, you're screwed.
You're done, man. If you don't have any willpower, you forget about it.
Yeah. One text said, my husband's bachelor party at Rachel's, one of the groomsmen dropped $4,500 for the champagne room there.
We got a winner.
$4,500.
So was that just for him, or was that for his crew?
Great question. That was one of the groomsmen dropped that.
Wow.
And maybe that was just for him going in the champagne
Usually
room.
The bachelor doesn't pay.
Yeah.
Usually all the other guys pay for him.
The highest tally we got, a text from the 954 said over $12,000 at Scarlett's for a boys' night out visiting from Trinidad.
Dude,
$12K.
Wow. Was it worth the $12K?
There's no way. I mean, it's all relative. I mean, if you got that kind, but that's crazy.
You could buy a Nissan.
Dude, $12,000 for
you could buy a good car.
That can change a lot of people's lives. It's one night of just seeing some jugs dancing.
One text we got said, I was a stripper in New York City. I used to make anywhere from $3,000 to $20,000 a night. The Hustler movie was actually made from my workers.
That's a good movie. I like that movie.
Is that the J-Lo one?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys there were regularly spending $50,000 to $100,000.
Wow.
Yeah, Scores and Penthouse was where they were going.
I mean, just how horny do you have to be, and how $50,000? That just doesn't make any sense. And if you're doing $50,000,
it's all relative.
There's got to be some kind of acts going on for $50,000. There's no way that is just a lap dance, right?
Probably.
You think there's some yeah.
Yeah, I think there's probably other stuff going on.
$50,000, you're at least getting a little.
You'd think. I mean, that's what the person who started this all off, he was upset because he dropped $1,800 and he didn't get a...
He was expecting.
You can never expect.
He wants to sue.
We understand the emotion behind it.
He's soliciting for a lawyer.
But Your Honor, I don't think you're going to be able to accept this in court.
Yeah.
You're adorable, but you're also out $1,800.
Well, and the thing, when you talk about celebrities and people that do have the money, somebody's said you can search highest strip club spenders, and you'll see P. Diddy one time spent $2 million.
What?
In one night in a strip club.
And let's say you go to a strip club and you do pay money, and you do solidify the deal. Both of you guys do that. Couldn't if the police come in and say, well, this is prostitution, you can't do that? What if they just said, no, I paid for the strip stuff, and we end up having a connection, and we ended up doing it with each other?
I don't think you can do that in the club. Even if you have a connection and you're calling it real love.
What about the PL parking lot?
I don't know. When you leave the establishment, you could probably hook up. Maybe not in the parking lot.
You work the deal out, and then when the cops go, oh, no, we just have a connection. She gave me lap dances, but then all of a sudden, she was just into me.
And we went to the racetrack gas station.
You wonder why it's not happening more often.
You just wonder when do you get in trouble?
I don't know, Jay Bird. It's sure fun, though, along that journey till you find out.
It ain't my world, dog.
A lot of your biggest strip club bills do happen in South Florida. Diddy's was at a strip club in Miami. It doesn't say which one. Could have been 11. Could have been King of Diamonds. Rick Ross, who you were just bragging about on the show today, Jaybird, about being frugal because he mows his own yard. He now lives in Atlanta, had been in Broward before. He dropped $1 million at King of Diamonds in 2011. That's why he's mowing his own damn lawn.
His wife probably made him.
That's crazy. Floyd Mayweather dropped $500,000 in one night at Diamonds in Atlanta.
Wow.
Lil Wayne and Drake dropped $250,000 back in 2011, one night in the strip club. So, I mean, there's a lot of people dropping some serious money.
Even if you were a multi-millionaire with millions, I still wouldn't be able to justify $250,000 in a strip club.
I would do a couple thousand.
That's different.
That'd be fun.
That's different. I think if you could have a lot of fun with a small crew for $3,000.
We have a lot of fun at Monroe's, and we have no money, and I just think sometimes it's fun.
Somebody said my boss has his own table at a strip club in Miami.
His own table?
His own table, yeah. He brings coworkers there a lot, clients, things like that. Always gets at least a bottle or two. No idea how much he's spending, but it has to be a lot.
Dang. A reserved table that they always hold for you? Well, that's got to be a lot.
You do business there.
Man.
You make the deals.
Deals get done.
You get the deals done there. That's his version of the golf course.
It is. All right. Fascinating stuff. You can always shoot us those emails. Let us know your strip club stories. Mail at kvjshow.com. We got the after the show coming up in just about 10 minutes. Going to be live on YouTube and Twitch. Get it on demand on either platform anytime you want. Before we get there, Bird, wrap it up with your thought for the day.
The truth will set you free, but not until it is finished with you. The truth is going to be off.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
A new year, a new you at the new Strat.